counter, by the way. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judgment. A lot of things to talk about today. Max Dowman Daga is literally hurting a lot of people. There's a lot of people now on social media that are just hurt by the 16 years old coming to score a goal for Arsenal or make a goal happen to actually push Arsenal towards the title. Why are rivals so worried about Arsenal winning the title more than their team losing the title, which is what we saw Hamza's meltdown on the football terrace the other day. He's so worried. He almost cried about Arsenal winning the league more than Manchester City losing the league. What happened to Manchester City? Is Donnarumma still signing the season? But also, does Bruno Fernandes deserve a shout for player of the season? There's a lot of things that is going on now on Twitter about Bruno Fernandes to eclipse, of course, Declan Rice for signing for the player of the season. Chelsea are banned for 1 year. Chelsea are fined 10 million for reporting on themselves. They're getting a 1 year transfer ban, but that will happen in 2028. By the way, for the people that don't know, it's not going to happen next year. It's not going to happen the year after. It's going to happen on 2028. Right? And that is going to affect the model of Chelsea and how the ownership are going, of course. Of course, there is the Man City Champions League game, Arsenal Champions League against Bayer Leverkusen. Jamie Carragher saying that Leverkusen game is the most important game for Arsenal now in the Carabao Cup. We'll talk all about it. But before we do that, guys, hit that like button, guys, if you guys are here. Let's get to 100. It's got over 200 people here, and we're just starting the show, guys. So hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. If you guys are new, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. But also, I want to ask you guys something. You see the shirt I'm wearing? You can get something similar to this. Retro stuff as well. I got a lot of stuff from okjersey.com. If you haven't checked out okjersey.com, this is our sponsor for the day. It has been for a while. But if you haven't checked them, fantastic stuff. Great things. Very £15 for a football shirt. Can't beat that shit. Can beat that. Of course, there's a lot of things to talk about. But let's start by one thing. Akia here, big up Akia, is saying Arsenal have won the league. Football is dead. Long live football.
Would you like me to reply to this?
See, this is a Liverpool fan, okay? I understand your feeling, Akia, right? You are so worried about Arsenal winning the league. Again, I appreciate the support. You support here, MHF, Osam. But Broski, I'm going to let Paz respond to this.
Go on, Paz. The sooner people understand that what you're seeing is the most relevant club. And we have been since most of you that were born. That's why there's so much outrage. And to the Man City fans that think like they're this massive club, the reason people want you to win is because there's no consequences. There's none of you that exist. No one cares. When you win, nothing changes. The world keeps turning. and no one even noticed. I swear to God, the only parade footage of Man City I've ever seen is when Grealish was drunk. I cannot remember anything else. I can't remember another Man City parade clip or anything that's happening.
I don't think that's why people are worried about Arsenal winning. Okay, if you want to start there, I'm gonna actually.
I wasn't just talking about the parade. People are worried about Arsenal winning because their complexes and their copium tells them that this is the end of football because they're apparently the way we play. The way you're seeing in which Arsenal play is a culmination of all the people that you lot have been bred in for the last 20 years. And what you're seeing is an evolution of all of this. You lot all, for the last 20 years, have been bred in these structured managers, your Jose Mourinho's, your Peps, and anything basically post-Fergie retiring, you lot have spoke about these managers, and you lot made this a manager-centric game before the game used to be about the players. That is actually the major shift in football. The game used to be about the players and what the players was going to do to affect the game. You lot made it about the managers. You lot love the managers. You lot got emotionally attached to these managers, brother. And it's your fault. Whatever Arteta is doing to this league is a culmination of all the things you lot used to say about Arsenal. You used to call us soft. You used to say that tippy-tappy. You didn't even call it, remember, when it was Pep, it was tiki-taka. When it was us, it was tippy-tappy, and we're soft. We get beaten up. Same old Arsenal this, same old Arsenal that. It's the same story. That's what all these legends used to say. And now it's the same legends complaining that we're punching up your goalie. If your player's below 6 foot, we're putting hands on him. If your guy ain't marking us properly, one guy's going to set a screen, the other guy's going to run behind him. We're going to put our elbows into your neck as we jump. All of these things are things that you used to do to us with our tippy-tappy football and our army of midgets. This is your reckoning. This is what you asked for. You lot said we needed to be like this. Now we're like this. Now you're crying. Hold it.
I don't think it's that. I think that is part of it, Pat. I agree with you that it's part of it. They are seeing a different Arsenal. But I genuinely believe one of the things, Wallah al-Azim, and I mean that, I have been saying this for about 2 months now. People will have to analyze football. The problem is this is literally, if Arsenal win the league, you're taking the toy out of them. By the way, this is very similar if Man United come back and be good again. Because the toys that people used to use all the time in football YouTube, in social media, on football debates, is Arsenal are bottle jobs. You haven't won the league in 22 years. You are shit. You're the Banter club. Who do you think you are? You never won the Europe and all the stuff. You are literally... It's the same with Liverpool now, Mo. It's the same with Liverpool. Exactly that. But Arsenal now, over the last, but to be honest with you, football YouTube has thrived since 2020, since COVID. Now, for the first time, people are realizing I might take the toy from the kids. This Arsenal was everyone that used to come on shows are like, you're a bottle job. Let's laugh at Arsenal. Let's laugh at this team that haven't won the league for 22 years. Hamza, on the football terrace, I swear to God, I've never seen a meltdown about a team that is not your rival. But with all due respect to Hamza, I love Hamza as a brother, good guy and everything. But the real emotions came out. The guy was about to cry, not because City are about to lose the league, because he's like, this is the end. Arsenal are about to end the league. That word told me everything. You are taking the toy from the guys that go in spaces, that go on social media to banter Arsenal. Some of the Chelsea fans are having a meltdown, not because their team are about to make the Champions League or not. Their whole life lately on social media has been, let's laugh at Arsenal. If we do a show, let's laugh at Arsenal. And I'm seeing a meltdown. We're about to see Arsenal win the league. And it's crazy. I've never seen something like this. By the way, I've never seen something like this in my life, right? That there is a club that dominates social media in terms of banter about to win the club, and people are just throwing a tantrum. You're taking the toy.
The reality here is, Mo, is that since AFTV fed a bunch of weirdos on the internet that would have normally been weirdos, and now they got YouTube channels, since AFT created this space.
Well, like the guy below me.
The guy below you in real life is a real guy with real life accomplishments off of YouTube. You need to focus on everyone else that you do content with, little man. Anyway, thank you very much. Now that we've put that to the side, the reality is, since I will continue, thank you very much, little man. Since IFTV have created this industry for all these people who actually don't have any football credentials for the last 6 years or however long this has been going on, all it's been is Arsenal bottle jobs, and then people pretending that they got a Scooby about football. And now that a lot of the banter things are going away, like a lot of the buzzwords, like a lot of these things are being answered. I just want to know, like, what's next? Like, what are?
I asked the same question. How are you going to analyze football now?
How are you not going to talk about football without when an Arsenal fan says, "Oh, I think this," "Oh, your bottle jobs."
Well, it moves on to a different club, doesn't it, Paz? That's how it happens. That's how it happens every single time. Because even if
it doesn't get the same traction, Habibi.
I think because as well, if we're going back before 2020, you know, obviously Arsenal were getting bantered a lot in that era because it was obviously the football wasn't great. But you go back to the discussions that were had around Liverpool, haven't won the league in blah blah blah, however many years, or finishing second with a almost record amount of points. All of this sort of conversation around them because they were coming out of their banter era. And then people are also having a meltdown going, "Oh, Liverpool can't win the league." No, we can't let Liverpool win the league because people...
Next?
And then
because the only 2 ones was Liverpool. You ain't won the league in ages. They went and done it. Now that we're going to go do it.
I honestly think it'll be Chelsea next. With the way Chelsea are going, I think Chelsea are the next club.
Look at Mo. Look at what Mo... Look at what Mo complains about, yeah? And this is why I think Mo's a fraud as well, but Mo knows I'm
Go on.
Mo complains about proper football conversation. Like I've heard this like a few times. Like, let's have proper football conversation.
Yeah.
When like, for example, like some of the panels that I'm on, like you quote this one. You say like, "Oh, I want to have proper football conversation, not trolling."
No, that's Hassam's choices.
No, okay, let's even remove our. Let's take this show.
Okay.
My question to you is, what makes you think that people on football YouTube are more qualified to do proper football talk rather than trolling? Because in my eyes, football YouTube is more qualified for trolling than what it is for proper football talk.
But you can have both. You can banter and have football conversation.
I've never seen this proper football conversation that you refer to. So that is why I'm actually curious as to, I would like you to describe proper football conversation to me, because I haven't seen it on these YouTube spaces that you refer to. I haven't seen it there.
Analyze the game. See, for example, we're going to have a debate about Bruno Fernandes and Declan Rice, who's player of the season. You can have, by the way, every opinion can be countered, right? Even if you disagree with it, even if you think that opinion is a fraud opinion, is a stupid opinion, right? As long as it's an honest opinion. Here is the difference, Paz, what I mean by a proper football conversation, right? A proper football conversation. You might think Judge Mo has no idea what football is, right? Stupid, idiot. Judge Mo doesn't know football. But if I tell you tomorrow, if I tell you today, I think Erling Haaland should win player of the season, for example, all right? Should win player of the season. If you counter this logically and you convince me otherwise, I think that's proper conversation. But if you say you are a fraud, or I tell you, "Oh, you're a fraud, you don't know ball, this is shit, this is your trolling and all this stuff." Every opinion, in my opinion, every opinion is valid. Every opinion is valid, and every opinion can be debated. Touchline says, "I'm going to challenge for the league, I'm going to win the Premier League next season," for example. You might think it's not a real opinion. You might think that opinion is... As long as I believe that Touchline is not trolling and he means what he's saying, I can debate it. I can sit here and talk about it. I can sit here and debunk it. You can debunk any opinion. Some people will tell you Cristiano Ronaldo is the GOAT. Some people tell you Zidane is the GOAT. As long as the problem, Paz, is people lie. People lie in their opinion. Terry was talking about this on the Football Terrace. Terry said, the problem is now, people to get traction, they lie and they say stuff they don't believe in, right? So you can't debate that because they have no substance behind that opinion. So you can't debate it. So that is trolling. That is not a real opinion, right? You're lying. You're lying about something. Yeah, for example, let me tell you, I believe, let me just say, for example, BBC, if they put Liverpool are set piece kings, and then the week before, they put Arsenal are win by hooks or crooks or whatever they say set piece. That is not, I know that the people who write this, they are not, that's not the real opinion. That's trolling. So I wouldn't debate it. I wouldn't even entertain the idea to be debated. You know what I mean? I wouldn't debate it. For example, you say, and I believe that one of the things about football YouTube is you came in and you said what I said, and you said, I think Pep is a fraud, because I know you mean exactly what you say. You mean that Pep is not the greatest manager of all time. You mean that. a lot of people think that you're trolling, but I know that Paz is not trolling. Paz means exactly what he says because I've heard that opinion before. So that's what I mean by a football trolling, Paz. Football trolling is if you say Tony Pulis is the best manager ever in the Premier League history, that's trolling. I wouldn't even entertain debating that point. You know what I mean? That's my point about football conversation. You get my point?
Okay, so I feel like, so I at the same time, I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I feel like a lot of people that I see that even you would probably refer to as proper football conversationalists, I feel like they're either one of two things. I feel like people are scared to actually either say what they feel or they actually don't have that much of an opinion. And what their opinion sounds like to me is regurgitated bullshit that I've seen everywhere else.
And that's because people feel like they need to have an opinion on everything.
Yeah, but there's no, how can you, for me, you're on here every week, you're there, booting up the laptop, clicking the StreamYard links, and you actually don't have an opinion because there's nothing unique to what you're saying. I'll put it this way, me and Mo can agree on something, but there is going to be something slightly different in the way we approach, potentially even explaining it, or the reason why we've come to that conclusion. I feel like loads of people, which is why I always say the word like narrative and buzzword, because I genuinely feel like people speak in buzzwords and narratives. And for me, that's why I would rather just troll you, because like if I now try and achieve a level of debating, and I just don't respect the fact that you even have a unique opinion. Now I'm just going to get.
No, but even the narratives can be debated. Even the narratives can be debated. Let me give you an example. That's a good conversation. I'm going to tell you that's part of conversation. Let me tell you, if we say that Arsenal play boring football, that's a narrative, right? You believe it or you don't believe it. We can have a genuine conversation about it to debunk it or prove it. It's either we debunk it or prove it.
I hear you, but now I've had the same conversation 50 streams in a row.
No, but khalas, we need to stop doing the same conversations.
Remember, with that example you gave, how many streams have I heard Arsenal play boring football, set pieces only?
Yeah, because the mainstream media dictates that.
But that's the point. You're asking for proper football conversations, but I also don't want to have the same conversation over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd rather just troll.
Yeah, the problem with that is that the problem with that you are catering to audience, and the mainstream media dictate. Like for example, Bruno Fernandes versus Declan Rice is a trending thing now about player of the season. Bruno Fernandes player of the season is a trending thing, right? And it will be a trending thing for a bit. That is what the mainstream media dictate. That's what the people want to hear about. If we don't have anything new to say about that, we move on from it. If there is new information, we actually have to discuss it. That is the thing. This is a deep conversation.
But there is new information. If we all watch the game, it's a different game every time. If we wanted to talk ball, because everyone thinks they quote unquote, you don't love this one, no ball. And
I know ball though, to be fair.
Everyone knows ball until I start asking you. I remember there was a stream, in fact. I remember.
Okay, let me tell you.
Go on. Let's go through this.
No. This is not a super chat. It's just a chat. You can't take someone serious if they believe Pep is a fraud. You can't take such a statement and expect someone to take you serious, Paz.
This is where you're wrong, because I don't need you to take me seriously. I take me seriously. In real life, I'm taken seriously. I'm a serious person. If I'm not, I put it this way, whatever I am and whatever you see me be is a reflection of what I feel about the person I'm talking to. And that is the type of person I am. If I feel like you actually don't want to have because I put it this way, you can ask me about something. If I'm trolling and you ask me about it, I'll eventually get to a point I'm like, I'm trolling. But if you ask me about this Pep thing, I'll be able to break down exactly why I feel that way. There's very clear logical steps. You can disagree with my conclusion of it.
Yes, yeah.
But there's clear logical steps as to why I think Pep is a fraud. And also your comprehension of the word fraud, and the word I used yesterday was con artist, is important. Because him being a con artist and a fraud doesn't mean that I think he's one of the worst managers of all time. He's still in the top 5. I just don't think he's the best. That's what I mean by I have a unique opinion. I can break it down by going over his history. It may be different to your conclusion, but there is a conclusion and there is a stream of logic. I don't need people to think the same things of me, but when I ask you about
I always say the same.
That's all. Just have a
you don't need to be convinced about what I say. You don't need to think the same way. But as long as you understand that I'm saying this to debate it with you and you can debate it, I'm fine with it. And at the end, we can reach completely different conclusions. It is fine, right? Touchline, is that too deep for you, Habibi, or what?
What?
Is that too deep of a conversation or what?
No, I've just been listening.
All right. He's like, I've never been on YouTube with that deep of a conversation before.
I'll put it this way.
No,
yeah,
but I'm glad that I'm having this conversation because, okay, let me give you an example. Yesterday, I had a show after the Liverpool. We're gonna talk about the football, guys. Just to give me a second about this because I wanted to discuss this now, especially with this panel. Yesterday, we had a show with Cam and Rax and Fawzi, and we had and someone said, "Oh my God, there is not a lot of people yelling at each other. We're just actually," and some people said wild stuff, right? Wild things, right? For example, Cam said, "I believe that Man United will be amongst the best next season, above Liverpool next season." Some people think that is trolling. It's great. If you, by the way, some people think Sam thinks that is trolling. Sam thinks that is trolling. That you're not in the right frame of mind. Exactly this. And then we're like, okay, can you elaborate? And he's like, yeah, because of 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe this is gonna happen. I believe that this is what is gonna happen next season. This is my prediction. I respect that opinion. The problem when people say, yeah, I believe this is 1 + 1 = 3. Okay, can you elaborate? No, I can't. I'm just saying that.
You can answer the questions. I may not like the answer, but as long as you can answer the questions, there's no problem. You can believe Spurs are going to win the league next year. If you can break that down to me in logic, there's nothing I can say.
To be fair, they will win the league next season, just not the Premier League.
Not the Premier League. Yes. Let's do this. It's just the trailer. Wait until we lift the trophies. Some people will be unbearable. Yes. I don't mind it. I actually love this. I love this.
Move on with your day as well. Like,
I'm gonna tell you that. No. You know what? I swear to God. You know what? Touchline sometimes unbearable. Man United fan Ahmed unbearable. I'm being serious. Unbearable, right? They're unbearable. In terms of like banter and football YouTube. I want Man United to be good. I don't want them to win the league though. But I want Man United to be good. Why? Man United being good, it strikes conversation. It makes things happen. We're gonna discuss stuff about Man United. And instead of me coming here every time and say, oh, you're shit, you're 15th, you're a shit club, you're a dick club. Okay, that is gonna be dead after a bit, right? After 2-3 times, it's gonna be dead. There's nothing to talk about. Sam said it. I
disagree. That's been happening for the last 10 years.
But I have experience for it.
But people have been talking about who's the bigger club for the last 10 years, bro.
Okay,
United and Liverpool. It's never a debate. United are always bigger than Liverpool.
Okay.
The fact that
let me. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. Let me tell you, last year or the year before, who do you think is, if Man United losing game week and Arsenal losing game week, who do you think is a more relevant result to discuss?
Sorry, say that again.
Last season and the season before. Okay. Yeah. If Man United lose a game in game week and Arsenal lose a game in game week, so Arsenal challenging for the league, Man United weren't challenging for the league.
It depends what point of the season we're talking about, because there was a point in the
season. Game week 21. Man United are 6th or 7th.
It is Arsenal. It is our majority of the weeks will be Arsenal. Yeah, depending on who United lose against, depending on what.
Yeah, of course. I'm talking about normal loss. I'm talking about a 2-1 loss, regular loss. Like, it's not a thrashing. I want us to be able to discuss Man United loss, Arsenal loss, Chelsea loss. You guys know now that Chelsea loss is not news. People moved on.
It can't ever be like that.
Literally, people moved on.
Have all 5 teams being good.
Of course, I know.
That's my point. It should never happen in English football, which doesn't happen.
And it will never happen. I don't think it will happen. I think Chelsea might go to the spiral. I think Liverpool might go on the spiral, by the way. I actually now believe that Liverpool might go on the spiral.
I actually said this when Klopp left and obviously got...
No, don't worry, mate. They're going to sign Lisa in the summer.
Because of the way last season went with Slot.
See, that's called trolling, but it's a nice trolling.
Yeah, but I'll be serious. They ain't going to sign him, but I'm just going to pretend they are.
Their problem is they actually need to go and back. This is going to sound mad as well. They need to go sign slightly shitter players. And what I mean by that, like traditionally, the better players want the ball to feet. If they go sign Elise, all you've now got is just more
players that want ball to feet. That's what I think.
Ball to feet, man. We have the same problem. bare ball to feet, man. Not the year before that, bare ball to feet, man. That's why we look stinky. And Liverpool have always looked demonic because all these men do is run. They're actually so jarring because all them man did was run, running behind. Your back four is constantly looking at their own goal. Now, if they go by Elise, same problem. He might do something saucy, but it's the same problem. It's the same problem they have.
And they don't have anybody that kind of needs to work hard and sort of prove themselves. They've just got these people that have these names and have these things attached to them, and they walk into this squad.
You see,
and they don't think
this narrative. Oh, they think. Yeah, we just changed the coach and we're going to be back to winning. Yeah, you think that, lads.
Although
they get some tactical Xabi Alonso and he comes in and plays his 3-5 million one whatever formation.
Okay, good. We're discussing Liverpool then. We're discussing Liverpool.
And Kirkes as wing backs, by the way. Good luck, bro.
For example, I've heard lately that people don't want Xabi Alonso because they don't want to play three at the back. They don't believe that this is going to help the club. And I'm like, who's the manager? Do we think that is going to come in and actually lift Liverpool to challenge for the title next season?
But it's the thing.
They won't challenge. I don't think there's someone they bring in.
They got one window. I'm telling you now, they have one window to fix these problems. If they don't fix these problems, it's going to get worse. And this is another reason, yeah, why in the summer I was saying this, yeah, and on God, it's on video as well, yeah. And this is why sometimes I say, for me, if you haven't been around the game physically, I feel like there's some things that are going to be holes in your knowledge. An example would be, yeah, if I put it this way, there's scenarios that I've experienced in the game where I've been playing in the middle and I know my entire front three wants the ball to feet. That for me will burn a hole in my head. And I'm thinking, let's say, for example, I'm playing Wembley with my mates, at the park. I'm going to pick the motherfuckers that are going to run. Why? Because being in the game, you start to understand things like squad balance.
Well,
not just
on the point you're making.
Let's put them all together.
Let him finish, and then.
For me, he's making, a lot of the people that said, wow, they're getting Isak, they're getting Ekatike, they're getting this, they're getting that. All I heard was, you're getting a bunch of quote-unquote superstars who want the ball to feet, and you've completely changed everything that's been working for Liverpool over the last 6 to 7 years. So I didn't look at those signings. Don't get me wrong. Some of those signings with other signings, myth. The league's done, for sure. But the signings that they actually made, to me, it was too far.
Well, that ain't a debunk, mate. That ain't a debunk.
On the point he's making on the strikers always wanting the ball to feet or forwards always wanting the ball to feet, it's a criticism I had, obviously, in the City game against West Ham, right? We've got this front three of Marmoush, Semenyo, and Haaland, right? And we've got nobody making any space, nobody trying to run, go here, there, spread out this West Ham 5-back with their 2 holding midfielders, no space at all, very cramped midfield. And then you've got Semenyo, who can't really do much of his back to goal, Haaland that can't do much of his back to goal, and Marmoush can't do anything with his back to goal. So we're very limited in how we can go forward, and that is, again, like Paz was saying, an issue similarly to what Liverpool have, with all of their players want to do the exact same thing.
That's why Slot told them he didn't want Semenyo. He wanted Barcola because he wants a winger that can dribble rather than a winger that runs inside, because he wants someone distressed.
Gakpo does that.
Gakpo's not a dribbler. He's not
does that same thing. What are we talking about?
No, but like he wanted someone that could stretch like what Diaz used to do for them. You know, Diaz used to stretch the back four for them and do the running for them.
Barcola doesn't do that.
Barcola does do that. He does stretch back. He does do that. He's very, very similar type to Diaz. Very similar type of profile. Don't worry, he does go inside.
Diaz is a crackhead, bro.
Yeah, so is Barcola's a presser as well, you know.
Barcola is not. You know, this is what I'm saying. Now you're profiling people wrong. You started saying presser. Presser is not the. I'll put it this way, yeah. Like, if you look at, even if you go back to any of like the best squads in like that you can go back to, there's a certain balance that's achieved. For example, look at that Messi team where they had David Villa and Pedro, for example.
Are we discussing Messi team with the balance?
Hold on, I'm going to get there. For Messi to be able to come and have that space in the middle, he needs dogs to sit out wide and just run. and running behind so that there's someone to give the ball to. There needs to be a balance achieved. And Barcola, for example, he will stretch it, but he's going to dribble in there. All these people are going to dribble it in there. Like, for example, Raheem Sterling was such a demon for Man City because he understands if I run, Kevin De Bruyne is going to find me. Simple as that. So he knows that if I make 30 runs in this game, I'm getting this ball at least 5 times. Player, it's long. It's long.
Can I actually say something about the Premier League now? One of the reasons I think the Premier League is one of the toughest leagues now, it's toughest leagues to win games. I'm not saying the toughest league overall are the best of the entertaining. I think dribblers in the normal dribblers, and I call Barcola a normal dribbler. What I mean by Barcola, he isn't a Ronaldinho, he isn't a Messi in dribbling, he isn't Lamine Yamal in dribbling. Barcola is a normal dribbler. I think normal dribbler wouldn't actually be able to dribble in the Premier League as people think and see on TV.
Oh, did you see what Lamine Yamal said about Lewis Hall?
No. He said like, what is that? He said, but let me finish. I know. Go ahead, because I actually go ahead, make that point because it's related. It's related to what I'm about to say. I know what you can.
Because he said every time he got the ball, he felt like he stole something. Because every single time he touched it, he was getting rushed by Newcastle. Yeah. So for me, all these people that you don't think are I'm not saying Lamine Yamal is not a demon, by the way. I'm not saying that. But what you can do in these other places, you cannot get away with here.
It's not only because of how the players are, and which is what people don't understand. Chelsea, for example, when they played and gave Barcola space, they didn't give Barcola space to dribble. They had to adjust. You didn't see, by the way, the dribbling that people talk about, Barcola step overs and elasticos and roulettes and stuff like this. You saw PSG doing tiki-taka, passing the ball to get the spaces. People that think that Barcola is going to go to Liverpool and complete 8 dribbles every game, with all due respect, there's only a handful of players in the Premier League now. It's Doku, who is a demon in terms of body movement and shift. Like, you don't see a Doku every day. And Ryan Shirky.
Touchline, though.
Exactly. Like, watch Doku. Because Doku is a good dribbler, every time Doku touches the ball against Real Madrid,
look at Real Madrid. There
is 3 freaking players sprinting just to close that space. Double that in the Premier League. It's not only this, bro. This Real Madrid in the Premier League. If you get the ball, there will only be 2 players trying to stop you from dribbling. Myth. So people that think in the Premier League, you can't get away with just dribbling. You need coaching. You need people to open up spaces. You need good movement. You need good crossing. You need good movement in the 18. People that, even in Ndaye, oh, great dribbling. Okay, wait till Ndaye plays for Man United or Man City or Arsenal or Liverpool, and then he has 2 players on him all the time. There's only 5 yards for him to work with, or even 3 yards to work with, and there is not space. He plays for Everton. That's why on the eye, he looks fantastic. You know, he has 20 yards to run into. He can do whatever he wants with the ball at Everton. That's not the problem that people don't understand. Oh, bring me a dribbler. Okay, how many dribbles do you think the guy's going to complete in the Premier League? Okay, it's not going to be like what you see in La Liga or the Bundesliga. That's not going to happen. And that is the answer to Barcola. I think you need structure. You need good coaching now in the Premier League. To win football matches, you need good. Pep Guardiola can put every single good player he has on the pitch. But against West Ham, he didn't coach the game well. Everything was wrong about him. He drew the game with 1 chance for West Ham. Because you don't have any spaces, as you said. And I think it's
no one that knows how to create any chances. We scored 1 goal from a moment of magic from Bernardo Silva, and that's it.
That's not a moment of magic. He was even crossing the ball. But anyway, I get your point.
Do you think he meant that? Do you think he meant that?
I think he meant it.
No. He actually said he. I mean, he doesn't mean it, bro. He doesn't mean it. Can we cut that crap?
When I watched it live, I thought I didn't think he meant it. But when they slowed it down and I watched the West Ham keeper step out into the middle a little too early, it looked like he meant it. But if he came out and said he didn't mean it, then he didn't mean it. But yeah, on the second glance, I thought he meant it. But when I watched it, first of all, I was like, nah, he's.
By the way, Reece James is out with a hamstring injury.
Yeah, I know that he's out.
He was able to stay fit for that long period of time to get the contract, and bam, as soon as he signs it, he's back on the medical bed.
It's actually ridiculous. Let me do these super chats. T here is saying when Paz came on YouTube, he wanted to have honestly conversations, but trolls made him a mega troll. Now big up Mo, don't be late again.
It's pretty accurate. My
We're
first
bringing
video,
we're bringing him back to the light. I'm bringing him back to the light.
My first video was me talking ball. I came to Our. These lots brought me into Our. I came thinking I'm gonna talk ball, and this Somalian is just shouting at me, bro. So that so for me, like I tell you one thing about me, I'm not gonna be tadpole. I'm gonna be the shark. I'm not gonna be fish food, not me. So whatever you get from me now, blame Mo and Assam. Blame both of them. Don't blame me.
I prefer someone bantering and not having real conversation than someone acting as having a real conversation with the goal of pushing an agenda. That's a great super chat.
No,
that's a very good. That's very good super chat, to be honest.
True.
But even I don't mind agendas as long as you have substance behind them, so I can debunk them and make them look like an agenda.
But I got agendas. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But most
Everyone
agendas
does.
you see on this app are disingenuous.
So Mo, after your Arsenal won the league, your new agenda for next season is for United to be good again. You just love to see me suffer. I genuinely want United to be good. I don't want them to win the league, but I want them to be good for one. I'm a content creator, and United being good is good for content creator.
It was always going to end up happening.
Someone said
eventually.
JT is talking about me, bro. I actually say I don't have any agendas. I only speak what I believe. So Mo,
it was always going to eventually happen. United weren't going to be shit forever.
well, a lot of Arsenal said that for a while. And then,
You look pretty.
yo, touchline, touch my body. What is the hell is your past tense club winning next season?
Well, firstly, touch my body. I've had
That's
quite a
mad.
few ones, you know.
That's mad.
That's actually a mad. That's a mad super chat.
It's actually. I've had sniff line facts. That one was quite good. I've had touchline a few touchline sleeps. That's another one. But touch my body is probably the worst of the lot. That is terrible. Do better than that. We're winning the Premier League, mate. Number 22. Because today, by the way, how we've just been confirmed the 09-010 league title. So you'll never win five Premier League titles in a row after today. Chelsea getting that found guilty, so it's a wonderful day for me. So yeah, we're going to win number 22 next season, pal. Whilst you lot are all sitting there crying your eyes out, mate, hoping for Jurgen Klopp to come back, mate. Maybe he'll come back maybe give you a nice good day at Anfield, mate, and you lot can sing his name again. Alongside Arnie Slot.
Dembele in talks with MCFC to transfer? No. What?
That's definitely bullshit, bro.
No.
There's no chance.
Can someone Google that?
I've seen rumors, but I don't think there's anything concrete.
I'm cool with Dembele going to Man City. I'm cool with that.
Again, another guy that is, I think he needs spaces as well. I love Dembele. I think he's fantastic.
Dembele is one player that don't need space. He's so good.
Yeah,
he can go either foot and just chop any defender up. But he's now a false nine. He ain't gonna play.
Touchline. I'm so convinced now. I won't judge any player until I see them play against low blocks week in, week out, every single week.
To be fair, I won't judge a midfielder
that
come up
but
against.
it's not just low blocks.
No, he didn't play at Barca. Touchline. Have you seen him at Barca?
Bro, he was good at Barca, but he was inconsistent. Like he have one good game.
I
gets 3 assists, and then he'll have a bad game.
I thought the guy would be one of the best players in the world.
Block. Well, think about it, yeah. When you watch Messi clips, it's all low blocks. But watch the humans that are in that low block.
Yeah, but to be fair, low blocks have definitely evolved.
But they're made out of paper mache in that low block.
Cones. We say in football training, we say cones.
Bro, the humans that are in these Prem low blocks, bro, they're 6'2" brick shit houses, bro. And they're all bare mobile and they're all bare fast, bare strong. When I see you against that one, let me see you against Newcastle.
To be fair, you don't want to play against Newcastle. You're some small techie midfielder, and you've got to come up against Joe Linton. It's a long day.
Yeah, let me see what you did.
I tend to leave streams if it's just banter. Hamza irritates me. I can't lie. I actually think one thing. A mix of both is good. I think it's just a mix of both.
These lots guy though. Hold on, Mo. Before I came on YouTube, was this not these lots hero? What, you not turning on Hamza now because he ain't won the league?
He ain't won the league.
They found their new king, bro.
What? So you
he ain't won the league.
Wow. This is why
I saying Arteta, watch out. Carrick is coming for you. Maria has spoken. It's a South African But I don't understand.
To be
I don't
fair,
understand what is that. What does that Maria has spoken mean? I don't understand that.
No, why aren't you lot coming for Arteta, bro? I mean, you said he's the bridesmaid. Was it always never the bride and all that stuff? Now you're 5th place, mate, after spending 500 million.
Always the bride.
How the fuck do we have 33% in how many likes can we get that I don't like Mo is fucking nuts. Wallah al-azim, it's fucking crazy. I've never seen this shit in my life.
because you were late, Mo.
I wasn't late. Touchline was late.
Yeah, blame me, guys.
No, we were getting ready to go live, and you were still.
I'm not a snitch. I'm not a snitch, but it's the guy I was playing at.
I found myself leaving a lot of streams of late. Sometimes it gets so much with the narratives. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you, Tevin. Sometimes. But discussing the narratives and debunking them I think, is a very good thing to do. Going to Manchester City.
Oh, man.
What happened? Collapse.
I did tell you, Mo. Was I not telling you they're going to put points against West Ham?
Let me
Almost like
you fraud.
Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. So Mo on last Monday, Mo comes on here and he says Donnarumma is so great and he's a signing this season. And then he goes on to drop 2 of the worst performances I've seen him drop. Right, that West Ham goal is actually the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. The ball, that corner was placed on top of his head, and he just tried to swat it away with one hand, and then bam. Of course, it's the former Arsenal player that heads it in as well, right? And on the topic of
but you aren't going to scapegoat. You aren't going to scapegoat Donnarumma here because
on the topic of set pieces, right? On the topic of set pieces, I actually get so jealous watching Arsenal and Liverpool play, because have you seen Manchester City's corners? We had like 15 against West Ham, and half the time we're not beating the first man. It doesn't matter if Foden's taking it, Reinders is taking it, Shirky's taking it, Aït-Nouri, Savinho, like Bernardo Silva, all of these players, no one can beat the first man. No one can beat the first man. So I don't understand how we're in a league, in a current Premier League season where everybody's eating off of these set pieces, right? And we've got all of these players that are meant to be the best in the world at what they do, that they can't beat their first man. Is the most disgusting. I think we could.
I love this conversation. Okay, can we stop here? You remember Paz? When you remember when we first came to YouTube and we were discussing about the people that played football, knowing how hard is it to actually hit the corners exactly every time where you trained on every time. Now, 15 corners, they can't hit the same spot every time, regardless of who's taking it. It's Bernardo. This is the people that played football. I swear to God, I told these people before. People that played football know this. Hitting the corner exactly as you trained on is one of the hardest. It requires hours of training.
I think there's some like things in, like, for example, technical ability could take forms in 1,000 different ways. But in terms of either dead ball positions or ball striking in itself, a lot of that for me is natural. And like, I don't think you're going to get someone that is like a tight-footed player like Bernardo Silva, and he's just going to become unbelievable at consistently ball striking. I don't think ball striking and think that Bernardo Silva. I don't think ball striking and think of any of your players for a while, actually. Other than
I don't know. I'd say Marmoush is got good ball striking ability.
Yeah, the problem is he hit 3 corners in a row. 2 of them didn't get past the first man.
But
he didn't train to get past the first man. I like Marmoush, but come on now.
Has just made a good point though. He said he hasn't thought of one of our players being, having good ball striking in a long time. Our corners have been like this for a very, very long time. And, granted, I understand corners aren't the easiest thing to take. I've never taken corners. Why? Because I know I can't take corners. I'm just cotching in the box waiting for it to drop. Yeah. But how can we have a team that's been so successful over however many years, spent all this money, and we don't have one singular player that can take a half decent corner on a regular basis?
Because you thought, which is not crazy. You thought that, instead of focusing on these little percentages, that while Arteta was building up these percentages, and then now they all started to come to fruition and add up into a big, nice, scummy little box of treats, you lot decided to focus on the football. And then for me, the football has left you lot, because now I don't think you lot have. Okay, for example, what Man City are really good at, I think everyone else is also really good at stopping now. So the issue is the game is currently leaving you and Pep behind, and all of those things that you think you didn't have to focus on, like to save you a few points here and there throughout the season, I think it's coming back to kill you now.
That is true, because we can't even we don't have a good free kick taker either. We don't have anyone that can really bail us out. And even our penalties are pretty dross. We can't get bailed out on most set pieces. So if we are playing bad, we are playing bad and we are stuck.
I actually think that Pep is stubborn. I think him not starting Shirky and actually defending that choice, and then people saying that Shirky has 1 assist. We saw when Shirky came on the pitch, he actually did in the 15, 20 minutes.
On goal within 1 touch.
Yeah, it's too little, too late every single time.
I think he's so stubborn. I genuinely believe that Pep, and I said that, by the way, when Rodri came back, I said in the beginning of the season, when Rodri was still in and out of the team, every time I'm watching City play, they are a little bit adaptable in the way they play. What I mean by this, they defend a little bit, they play in transition, they let the opposition, like against Bournemouth at the Etihad, they give Bournemouth the ball. Against Man United, they give Man United the ball. They didn't, you know what, they weren't like adamant of passing the ball 1,000 times. Since Rodri came back, he wants to go back to, I want to kill you with 1,000 passes. I want to pass sideways for 1,000 times before I get to the goal. And the Premier League is becoming harder and harder for you to break the low blocks if you try to pass 1,000 times. He needs to play quicker.
With the Rodri thing, I think Rodri puts in better performances than Nico G, but I think we play
it's not his fault
as a team.
It's not his fault.
We play so much better when we've got Gonzalez in the 6. But unfortunately, Rodri plays better than Gonzalez.
But you lot have been, when you had Nico G, I want to actually go back to the point that you lot brought up about Pep being stubborn. Yeah, at the beginning of the season, everyone was breading this guy for quote unquote adapting to this counter-attacking football, as you lot called it. Yeah, this is counter-attacking football stuff. For me, I agree with the fact that he's stubborn, but I also think he is now in a phase of life where I think he's panicking, because if you look at him over the course of the season, he's probably played about 6 different styles and 6 different. And for me, for a person that you now know, I put it this way: if I said, "Oh, how does Sir Alex play?" you would just say attacking football. You wouldn't really be able to get more specific than that because of how adaptable he was. Yeah. Same with like a lot of other managers that other people like. But when it comes to Pep, if I said, "How does Pep play?" most people will be able to tell me at least 5 things that he does all the time. This year and potentially towards the back end of, I wouldn't even say the back end of last year. I'm going to stick to this year. You can't even tell me that much, like how Man City play anymore, because it's, for me, it looks like you're panicking and you're just clutching at straws and trying to get something right. But you're also being stubborn with like little things, like Turkey's a little bit overweight, so I ain't going to start him anymore. Like, so for me, it looks like I'm watching someone fall apart in like live. That's why I've always been so asking.
But it's not just the last 2 seasons though, Paz. Because even if we go back to the last title we won in 23-24, we weren't that good. We got bailed out by individual brilliance of Foden, Rodri, and Haaland. We were never ever that good.
Kevin De Bruyne.
The performances from those 3-4 players really papered over the cracks.
I said that at the time. I said Foden and Rodri carried them to the league.
No, yeah, and you're correct, because you look at.
I know when we played you, we were beating you. Rashford.
Yeah, I'm Kevin De Bruyne.
Nah, that Rashford goal was.
Rashford scored the screamer in it, and you lot could not.
Foden
got the ball. Foden got the ball. And he cut inside, scored a 30-yard screamer, and then scored a goal straight after that 2 minutes later. But when the game's 2-1, they won the game.
Bro, do you remember this show in December when people were telling me Rodri were coming back? And I was saying, hey, I just hope that this guy is the player you think he is. And that's all I was saying. And what was happening, Mo? People were saying, I'm miles off it. I'm this, I'm that. Certain people have left the show because I was saying it. I was saying, I hope that it's the guy that you believe he is. That's all I said. And now that he's back, and obviously some people have probably never had anything happen to them in life. They've probably never fallen over before. So you don't know what it feels like to have your knee completely ripped open on a surgery table. And then now come back to play the most physical league in the world. And I told people, bro, just wait before you make this massive show about this one defensive midfielder who won the Ballon d'Or 50 years ago. Like, I really hope that this is the guy you believe he's going to be, bro. Because right now you've got Rodri and Guehi and Semenyo added to the team that you said was still good enough to beat this Arsenal team. So for me, like,
but I don't think that lately, I don't think that ACL has affected Rodri. I think it's Pep Guardiola. I think if you're asking me, Rodri's passing the ball around. Rodri's doing his job. Rodri is not, yes, he might not be the same Rodri as the Ballon d'Or winner, but I think he's 80% of it. I think the problem is he's playing Bernardo next to him. By the way, Erling Haaland is not spoken about enough because he has 20-something goals, right? Erling Haaland, let me just finish this.
The point, but you're going a bit off the point. I just want to get you back in the car real quick.
Okay.
The point was how important people are when it comes to impact on winning. So, for example, like how much
Rodri cannot win them by himself.
But that was the point I was making. So Rodri coming back can only have a certain amount of impact because he's one human. He's not going to come back and make everyone unbelievable.
He's not Kevin De Bruyne. Rodri's not Kevin De Bruyne.
That was my point, Mo. I said no Kevin De Bruyne.
Rodri is a defensive midfielder that had a couple of... Rodri is a defensive midfielder that had a couple of brilliant seasons, clutch moments, but he can't win you. If your attackers are not good, if your manager insists to play in a high line, you lose the games regardless of who plays. Regardless if you have two Rodris on the pitch, you'll lose the games. Your manager playing a high line against Real Madrid is what lost you the game, right? Your manager cannot create spaces because he insists of not playing Shirky now. You don't have any creators, by the way. You played against West Ham without anyone that created chances. Nothing.
Well,
Zero.
I mean, who's got the second most amount of assists in the Premier League?
Shirky.
It is Shirky.
Shirky.
But Pep does.
Who's got the first? Who's got the first?
Bruno.
We're coming to Bruno
And
Fernandes.
Bruno's got more than the second and third combined.
On the topic of Bruno, actually, if Bruno
No. I don't want to go to Bruno. I don't want to go to Bruno. Don't want to go to Bruno now. Please stick to Man City.
I don't want to get to Bruno. The level of the league is so high that everyone has to be shit.
Well,
because
exactly.
Everyone is just so good, bro.
Exactly. That's why people say this is why the league is slightly less entertaining because 17 of the teams in this league are good. And that doesn't.
I'd go further than that. I can't go in the Prem. The only team I think is actually genuinely shit,
I'd say it's Burnley.
Burnley, yeah. They're the only team I think are actually genuinely shit.
Because Wolves are dross, but they can just turn it up against you if they want to. If they really want to, they can do it. And that's why I always say that those seasons where City and Liverpool were reaching those point tallies, it won't happen again because the league's not that bad. The league's not in a position where those years I would go into games against Brighton, against Bournemouth, even Arsenal at points and be like, oh yeah, we should win this game easy. Now you go into games against so many teams in this league and you're like, are we gonna win? Is this gonna be a draw? Are they gonna win? It doesn't matter what team you are. It really doesn't matter what team you are. Because there has to be moments even when you're going into games being the best team in the league and you're like, this could get a tad dark. This has the potential to get dark.
I'm a fraud. I say we win every game. I'll be honest. I say we're going to win every game. I have to. The issue with like using me as an example is that I've said so much this year. I can't change now. I've done too much. I have to follow this. Bro, I don't care if we were going to 8th. If we were 8th right now, I'd be saying the same stuff. I've done too much. I can't change now. It's too
even like your game on the weekend, yeah. Like Everton aren't a great side, and if Pickford didn't absolutely lose his mind, you could have dropped 2 points against a team that aren't actually that great in the grand schemes of the league, but they still perform at a very good level compared to season gone.
I was sat with my boy in a shisha cafe, and I said, I promise you we're going to win this game, and we're going to win it at the end. And the reason why, is because for me, momentum is a lot. And you see having confidence. For me, confidence and a player, and when you feel like you deserve something, and I feel like where Arsenal are at right now mentally, I think they deserve to win everything.
But there is a level to that though, and the only reason I say there is a level to that is because there are City players that believe we deserve to win, and they don't try. No, there are definitely players like I'd say.
I don't think so. I'm saying I don't think you believe in that has anything to do with us. You believe in that doesn't. Okay, me and you, for example, can believe the sky is blue. It doesn't mean that your belief affects my belief. Like only one of us can have belief. The reality is you lot are in hell.
Yeah.
So that doesn't affect whether I believe it or not. I feel like Arsenal believe that, even myself, and that's how, and this is what I think Arsenal feel this. I don't know these Arsenal players. So this is me actually low-key putting something out of my arsehole. But when I watch Arsenal games, I feel like we're going to win, and it's not even based on logic. It's just based on raw confidence in the fact that I think we are really good at finding ways to win, even when it doesn't look unbelievable. We're not necessarily dominating, we're not playing our best.
Pep doesn't have.
Yeah, what Pep
so let me give you the difference. You see, when people, and it's a good segue. You know, when people complain about Arsenal set pieces, Man City could have broken the low block with set pieces. Gay should have scored the set piece. You should have scored. Kuzanov should have scored the set piece, and you would have won the game against West Ham. But because you're not great at set pieces, you didn't. The difference is people. But you win with set pieces. You win with set pieces. By the way, Man United break Casemiro. It's fantastic in set pieces, and Bruno can get delivery, right? Good delivery. It's a way to break low blocks. People don't like that, but it wins you fucking games. It's a way of winning games. It's a way of breaking down the opposition. Man City don't have that. If the perfect goal, if the goal that has happened for Man City, as Pep drew it in his head, Man City don't score. You don't score. And that will make you drop points. You don't have that tool. Arsenal do. Arsenal do have the set pieces. Man United have the set pieces, by the way. Chelsea have set pieces.
But we have the tool of also, like, it's not just set pieces. Set pieces is also a result of our overwhelming physicality. And the way we won that game is a moment of overwhelming physicality, and as well as just knowing how to get shit out the mud sometimes. Like, you can't win. I haven't seen a league. Okay, let's say the last 26 years of Premier League football that we watch. I don't think even look at Leicester. They haven't won every game by overwhelming quality. It's just belief, and sometimes football is just mental, and it's not all about the tactical side. Sometimes you just need a crackhead that believes that we're going to.
It's like what Ange said about the Europa League. He said that he made those Spurs players believe that they could win that Europa League.
I'm telling you, there's mad power in that. Like, if you lot, I don't know if anyone's into like self-help and like speaking things into existence, all these type of things. You see, like, convincing yourself of something, yeah? There's crazy power in convincing.
How are you saying the same stuff that I used to say to my friends on the coffee shop 10 years ago?
I used to tell, Wallah al-Azim, I used to tell people this. I'm going to give you guys an example. This is way before your time, Nathan. This is way before, Paz was still young. 2006, 2007.
Way before my time. I was alive in 2006.
You were too young. You're too young. You're too young. You're too young. Anyway, Ronaldinho in 04, 05, 05, 06, Ronaldinho, every single dribble he used to come off. Most of that, like 90%. And I kept telling people, bro, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Like 05, 06 is one of the best seasons I've seen from a player individually. Ronaldinho. 06, 07, same dribbles don't come off. And then it got worse and worse and worse. And I kept telling people, one of the things about it is self-belief, is confidence that the dribble is coming off. 40% of the dribble and the execution is your belief that this dribble is coming off. The muscles, when you do the dribbles, the way you do them, right? And also the opposition, knowing that they're going to get dribbled. Opposition already going in, there's 20, 30% in their head, I'm getting dribbled here. So the move come off.
You know who's a good example of that? Do you know who's a great example of that? Fucking Suarez, bro. Because that guy is not good. No one in this world can convince me that Suarez is good at dribbling. I don't care what anyone says, bro. No one in the world. This guy used to just dribble with his shins and somehow rip 8 people.
Well, I mean,
no one can tell me Suarez is good at dribbling. That's just pure delusion. He's deluded himself.
Yeah, but my point about it's belief is a big part of actually succeeding in football and making things happen, and also it's confidence and the opposition. Bro, I'm telling you, Liverpool and Man City, when they got 97 points, most of the time they go into the games, it's already 1-0 in the tunnel. You know, you're walking in the tunnel next to the Man City team.
They were so good.
It started being good. Okay, touchline. It starts being good. Fergie is the same. Fergie, people used to say that you're 1-0 down in the tunnel at Old Trafford. You're already 1-0. You're walking in the tunnel next to Fergie's team. You're 1-0 down. Why? It started by being good, and then it's belief from your side and believe from the opposition. I'm already losing this game. I am fighting for my life here. I'm not here. I'm here trying my best, but most likely I will lose this game. That's belief. And it's belief that
Arsenal also didn't win. I believe for that same reason we'll win this year is the same reason we hadn't got it over the line before. But I genuinely believe. I think for me, whatever you tell yourself, yeah, is what the reality is going to be. I think you speak your reality, and I think a lot of this bottle stuff, there's times where I think, not necessarily every year, where I would say that you see the year where I think we went and lost to West Ham, we went and lost to Southampton.
Villa.
That year.
No,
for
that
me,
was
mental. For me, that's
as soon as we start. Because honestly, that season, the first season where you challenged, I remember it was New Year's Day. I think we had just drawn to Everton and you were beating Brighton. And then just around New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. And I'm like, this league's gone. This league's gone. There's no catching. But as soon as we started catching up, it got to those games, like you said, with West Ham, Southampton. But even the ones where the title was in our hands and then you went and lost to Brighton and Forest, where you could have prolonged us winning the title, but the mentality and the belief, it just left.
But with that being said as well, yeah, you see, like, for example, you see when you lot watch the Prime thing, everyone loves to take the piss out of the Prime stuff with Arteta, yeah? And I think people don't really measure what Arteta has actually really done at this club because they don't understand life on a deeper level, yeah? And for me, because see me, I remember not watching no football because it's dead. To me, and Arsenal fans will pretend they didn't. They went through phases where I started getting interested in basketball. Bro. I used to watch basketball. I've had loads of periods where I was just doing other shit. I didn't really care. And I'm telling you now, yeah, what Arteta has done at this club is bigger than us winning this league. Us winning the league for me is the culmination of all of the little percentages that he's added up at this club. For example, like us accepting people like Aubameyang and loving people like Aubameyang. Us loving people like Lacazette because they're funny. Us loving people like Mertesacker, who will get ripped on the weekend and then go and do a robot in a video on social media the next weekend.
Big up Mertesacker though.
People love Bellerin because he was into fashion. Like, this is what I'm like.
The biggest point about that is you must have seen the video, that one Arsenal compilation, that one Arsenal fell compilation. You must. There's a billion of them. But yeah, there's that one that I always remember. And because I've got obviously friends that support Arsenal, and we always talk back on that video and how you can't create that now.
I tell you for free, that Emery period, yeah, for me is the worst Arsenal I low-key even say ever, because what Arteta's had to drag us out of is not just about league positioning. It's club identity, which is what, like, some of the problems that Man United have.
You know,
identity.
I say that all the time. I used to tell Terry all the time. I used to tell Terry this all the time. I told him that one of the problems at Man United, regardless of how good the players you have at Man United, it's the belief. The players go to Man United not believing that they're going to win the league. They believe that the club is bad. That's called culture. And I said, to fix that, you need to get someone that will make you believe right away that this team is good enough. You're good enough to win the league.
No. To fix that, what we've done, we got players that wanted to.
You haven't fixed it yet.
No. We have already fixed it. I'll tell you why.
Hold on.
You haven't fixed it yet.
Hold on.
Oh my God, you're going overboard.
Let me explain the point. The way we fixed that is we got players in that wanted to join the club, rather than players that wanted to join the club for the money. So they were joining the club for the right of reasons. That's why we had that problem in the first place. Players were joining the club and they were saying, "Oh,
that's all bullshit."
Then they leave. Oh, Man United, I was bad there because they ruined players and all that stuff.
Touchline, I promise you, yeah, I'm telling you, bro, yeah. The only motherfucker that these players will ever believe in or ever give a fuck about is the manager, bro. Outside of that, they don't give a fuck about what you did in 1980. They don't give a fuck about what you did in 1990. They don't give a fuck about what you did in 2000. All they care about is that money and that manager and the feeling around the club. Like, for example, there are a few clubs, that will make you feel like you're a part of a family and you will feel different. Man United used to be that. Right now, you man are actually just a check. And you are currently riding a decent wave of Carrick. And I'm not saying that it's not going to last. I can't predict for you how long that's going to last. You have not solved your problems. Carrick potentially could be the one to solve the problems, but right now your problems, I promise you, are not solved. You just have a few decent players and a manager that isn't trying to hold them all back constantly. But what has changed at Arsenal, bro? I put it this way, yeah. Before, in beginning days of Arteta and before Arteta, all you heard was Kroenke this, Kroenke. You knew about every investment the Kroenkes has ever done. You knew if the Kroenkes were in England. You knew if the Kroenkes were in LA. You knew the Kroenkes couldn't fart without people talking about it on some form of social media. Rude, you haven't even heard the name Kroenke in 3 years. Why? Because Arteta is patterning what we give a fuck about. But if you're not patterning that, we're onto the owners. I don't really think that. I think there's a handful of actual decent owners. Other than that, I think they're all fucking the same. What matters is, have you got the club structure under control? Because the Kroenkes are doing the same shit they were doing before, by the way. It's not this. The Kroenkes have not turned over this new leaf. All they did is send his son in there to go and do some things, and the son has happened to make some really good decisions and get some footballing people in to help him. That's it. It's the same Kroenkes that everyone was flying planes over the Emirates saying Kroenkes out. It's the same people, bro. The only thing that's changed is the impact of what Arteta has done at this club, bro. So when the people are talking about Arteta has done this, not done that, Arteta has let me not say single.
I wanna go back before I go to because I wanna see that player of the season discussion because it's about to start. Inter are so shit. That's why I lost to Lazio yesterday, and I'm 8 points behind the league leaders. Hamid, you're 8 points behind Inter after Inter dropped 5 points.
Just don't even entertain these washed clubs, man. Just don't even entertain them, bro.
Broski, we're about to win the league, Hamid, on your head top, even with the referees siding with you, Hamid. They're trying to rob Inter every week, and we're about to win the league. We have Max Goldman at 16 winning us the league, while Touchline can't even get in Sunday league team. When Norgard wins the Premier League, tell Bruno come outside.
Yeah. Just on that. Thierry Henry won 2 Premier League titles, mate. Paul Scholes won 11. Giggs won 13. In fact, Ryan Giggs has won the same amount of league titles as your football club. So we can all do this, pal. Failed rage bait, mate. It will not work on the big touchline facts, pal. Because by that own logic, then I go on.
I don't know, man. You have to.
You know one thing. Not one of you can name an Arsenal player that's gone back-to-back league.
Here it goes.
You said a lot of words, but here's the reality, little touchline facts. You have been shouting and screaming over the last month or so about being third and bummy. You've been playing shit the whole time as well, and you've been chatting shit.
Weird lie.
You're playing shit. The legend that you've got, the legend you've brought in is a piece of fucking shit as well. Average.
He's got more Champions Leagues than Arsenal Football Club.
Champions League.
More Champions Leagues than Arsenal Football Club.
You weren't alive for any of them.
I was alive for them. I was alive for the one he won. I was alive for the one he won. I was definitely alive for the one that Carrick won. I was definitely alive for the one that Carrick won.
The reality is, your club's in hell, and I need you to act accordingly. The only reason you're third is because them guys are just more in hell.
The only reason you're going to win the league is because them guys are shit.
Remember your positioning, and remember we are above you in every way. Every single way, you are beneath us.
Cool story, bro.
And you're not invited to the parade.
How many Premier Leagues is it going to be now? Pass or 4? That's cute, mate. I had 4 in 1998. 1997, sorry. I had 4. I had 4 in 1997.
Guys, we cannot. Guys. Okay.
You have the same claims to support Man United.
Okay, great.
You're not Man United, fam. You're from Essex. Support an Essex.
I'm not from Essex. I'm not from Essex. I know where you're at from.
Okay, great. Mo, my OK jersey. خلاص, okay. خلاص. You got it out of your system. You guys got it out of your system. It's fine. Mo, my OK jersey held at customs because of my name. Well, I can't do anything about that, Hamid, because of your name.
I would hold your stuff at customs.
Hamid, they're gonna release it. You're in America, so they're gonna release it. Like I got tons of things, and my name is Mu'min Ali, so definitely. I don't know why it was held at customs. Maybe Trump is doing something. Maybe Trump doesn't like you or something. Maybe that's the case. I don't know, Hamid, what to do, bro.
Can I ask you a question, bro?
Yeah.
If I said someone is average, yeah, how would you now judge what that would mean? Like, what level is average, would you say?
What's the benchmark?
Like, I'm asking you. So if I said this player was average, like what type of player?
a player is average, I am comparing them to the best players in the world.
Okay, cool. So now name me a player that you think would fit that.
Average.
Yeah.
Average. There's a lot of average players.
Would you like me to throw some names?
Give me names and I will tell you if they're average or not average.
I thought you never ask. Honestly, I genuinely thought you never ask. Gilberto Silva.
He is a good player, not great. Just okay. So let's say.
Would you put him in the category? Would you put him in the category of average?
No, above average. No, above average. He's a good player. He's like a Zeroberto. You remember Zeroberto, the Bayern Munich, the Brazilian guy?
Let's say 0 to 10.
Chalaba, bang average.
What numbers would you say?
Chalaba, spot on. Chalaba, bang average player. Average center back. That will be an average center back in most of the Premier League teams, regardless of where he plays.
Okay, Mo, 0 to 10. What numbers would you say belong to average?
5.
For me, from 5 to 6.
5 to 6. Yeah, I'd say 5 to 6.
Perfect. I'm happy you said that because I wanted to make sure that there is a numerical value attached to this word. Yeah. So now I'm going to ask you to rate these players out of 10.
Can I do these 2 super chats before you actually?
Yes, I'll get onto this because
Wenger in interview says many times belief. I'm telling you, I'm AMT. Wallah al-Azim, belief is a massive part of sports in general.
Brain of all time, by the way. Greatest football brain of all time.
They got rid of Edo, Gazidis, Vinay, plus others. I am not into the Arsenal hierarchy. I only watch.
Vinay is now at Tottenham, Mo. So that's what
I know Edo, but I don't know who are the others. AMT, but maybe the Kroenkes did something.
We loved Edu because he bought somebody. I want you to.
Can I tell you something, Paz? I used to say before you come to YouTube, I used to say something about Arsenal fans. I used to say Arsenal fans are emotionally attached to people.
Yeah, because we only ever had one thing. We never had 2 good things at the same time. So how can we? We'll put it this way: people are emotionally attached to Aubameyang, and they were fuming when Arteta got rid of him. They were fuming. They couldn't believe they just got rid of our savior. But what he was doing was holding us back in hell. That's what he was doing. But when you know, it's like. That's what I say.
I think Arsenal fans are emotionally attached to the likes of Martinelli, Trossard. They're emotionally attached to these people. They're emotionally attached to the names because they believe that these are the names that brought us back to the light. And I'm like, no, players. I'm one of the people that I always say that players come and go. I support the shirt. I don't support the players.
You know we are, though. You know we are. I need you to understand, like the Arsenal psyche. We were homeless, and then someone abusive gave us a home. They didn't try to upgrade us, and then eventually we broke out of the home, and then we had to go homeless for a second. We had to hit the streets. We got away from our abusive partners, and then we got it out of the mud. That is the reality of what happened to us, bro. So we love people like Edu. We like people like Aubameyang.
I keep telling Arsenal fans before you ask, I keep telling Arsenal fans this. You are good enough and big enough for you not to be emotionally attached to a player. No player. You're Arsenal Football Club. That means a player doesn't bring you back. You bring the players.
What's the point of being? I didn't think we're all supposed to be football fans. Why would I not love a player? What's the
no? You can like a player. Okay, you can like a player, but the club comes before the player.
For sure, but at the same time, you love a player.
Man, I like players. There are players at Inter. I like Diego Milito. I liked Eto'o. Before that. I liked Adriano. I liked Oba Martins. I like these guys, right? You know, but when they left. When they went downhill, I'm like, whatever, just go, bro. I need a new guy. I need a new guy to fill in.
For me, if you went to I hate you. Fabregas, I hate you. Nasri, I hate you. I even saw Nasri.
Big up Nasri.
I saw Nasri in Dubai. Yeah, of course you would like a Judas because you're a rat. People, for example, even Sol Campbell. I would never love Sol Campbell because you're actually a Judas.
Are we ever gonna get to the Rice Bruno and Man United?
Pardon?
Yeah, go on, sir.
Clichy and Sanya.
Clichy's just a bum.
Are we gonna ever get to Bruno Fernandes and Declan Rice and who deserves player of the season?
To be fair, I have one thing to say on Bruno. If Bruno breaks the assist record and wins player of the year, Amran deserves to go to prison and handicap him.
Who's got the assist record?
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne and someone
De
else.
Bruyne should have it.
Kevin De Bruyne
I will
and
say De Bruyne should have the record though, because he got an assist that it didn't count, and then they used it in a compilation for his 100 assist thing. So he should actually have 21 assists.
Wasn't it the one against Arsenal as well?
Yeah, it was the one against Arsenal where he played it across the floor, and then they put it in a compilation of his assists and then didn't count the assists.
So before we do that, Henry and KDB. Before we do that, guys, we are very close to 300 likes, guys. We're very close. Let's get to 400 likes. Paz, before you do that, the players, tell me the names, and we can all vote on it.
Oh, I forgot about that. Sorry, I actually forgot about that. Cool. So you did Gilberto Silva, Harry Winks.
I've never watched Harry Winks.
Harry Winks, below average, like a 4.
Tom Huddleston.
5.
Yeah, I'd say 5.
Scott Parker.
Never
5.
watched.
Michael Carrick.
About
8 out of 10.
for me, if when I watch Michael Carrick play, he's a 6.5. He's like Gilberto Silva or higher.
That is average. That is average. So anyone that's telling me what average player.
Well, because Judge Mo said he's average, that means he's average.
No. All I'm doing is showing you that.
I said he's an 8 out of 10. Look, the whole chat saying he's an 8 out of 10 as well. Look. 8, 7, 8. There you go. 8 out of 10.
Michael Carrick
is one of the best defensive midfielders.
Hold on. Is Michael Carrick okay? So you think okay? So I think okay. Hold on. Okay. So the reason why I give Michael Carrick is not hate. Michael Carrick is a very good player. However, if I'm giving Patrick Vieira a 7 or an 8, I can't give Michael Carrick a 7 or an 8.
Carrick's on the level of Vieira at that. He's on the level of him.
Okay,
exactly. See,
Hey, Mo. Hey. That's the most disrespectful comment I think I've ever heard on football.
You think Michael Carrick is the same level in midfield as Patrick Vieira?
Yeah, they're both world class midfielders. Yeah, they're both not. They're not ridiculous. They're not like Iniesta, Scholes, Xavi level, but they are.
That's how I know that you're 16 because you never watched Vieira. Vieira was running through your club like he was human with baby food. The Roy Keane that you love. He used to put.
Hold on. What years did Vieira play? What years did Vieira play for Arsenal? What was the years?
97 to 2004.
Don't even ask. Don't answer him.
Cool. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. What did Man United win in that time? The treble, 3P, more Premier Leagues.
Touchline, Habibi.
He ran through our team.
Habibi, touchline. It is not only touchline, guys. Touchline. It is not only the counter can't only be, but the team won trophies. It cannot be that.
This touchline is what I was.
It can't be this because if we hold on, guys, let me talk. Stop. Maybe one because I can say Park Ji-sung won a lot of trophies with Man United, right?
Oh my fucking days, bro!
And I like.
This guy just said Vieira ran through our team and all this shit. But if he ran for us, what did he fucking do in that time? We won the most trophies. Who cares?
No. Do you know how many? Do you know how many Premier? Stop. Do you know how many Premier League titles Vieira won?
3.
Your main problem is what you're saying.
United won what? 5 in that time? 5 or 6 in that time?
3.
So hold on.
99, 2001, and 2003.
Please, let me ask you
99, 2001 and 2003, 3.
No, we won it in 2000 as well. We've done a three-peat. 2000, 99,
99, 2000, 2001, yes. Okay, 2000. So 4 league titles.
Did you join in 97? Did you join in 97?
Okay,
I can't remember.
Okay, Vieira's shit.
I'll get the summer up.
Let me ask you a question. Did Bell do it before Bell left the Prem? Was he doing a madness? Yes or no?
Hold on, bro. 1 second.
Yes.
Again, you lot are twisting my words. It's fine.
96. He joined 96.
We're going to use joining 96. We won the league 5 times then because we won it in 97.
Okay, cool. You're the best. Was Bell doing a madness before he left this league?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay, actually, no. Paz, a better one.
Let him wait. Nathan, wait.
Let me get in there, please.
I know where this is going.
Was Harry Kane doing a madness before he
left? Not going anywhere because I don't know what he's on about. I actually don't know what this is about.
Get there. Was Harry Kane
he's going to get there.
No, Harry Kane wasn't doing a madness. No, Harry Kane.
Yes, he was. No, let's not lie.
You know what? Hold on. Stop. You know what, guys? Stop. You know touchline? You know when we had the conversation in the beginning of the show about people that say stuff to do? I know that you
I
believe
can't
that
stand Harry Kane. He's a bum.
Okay, forget that you stand. But I know that you know that Harry Kane is one of the best strikers in the Premier League now era. I know that you know that. And
Sorry,
I know
what?
that
Hold
you
on.
believe-
Say that again. Say that again. Do you want me
Don't
to
you
name you
believe
10 better strikers that I've seen in the Premier League?
in the Premier League?
In my
10.
lifetime. Just in my lifetime.
You can name, hold on. You can name 10 strikers since when in your lifetime, which is probably 2002.
What did you say? You said in our era, so that's Premier League.
Who had
era,
a bigger Premier League impact, Carrick or Harry Kane?
Hold on. 10.
Obviously,
Okay,
the guy who
let
won five Preds.
I want you to
We're
say
doing it.
10. I want you to say 10. Now, name me 10 Premier League strikers that are better than him.
Overall, in the entire Premier League.
Whatever you want.
I can't do the entire Premier League. Robin Van Persie, Sergio Aguero, Didier Drogba, Thierry Henry,
Let him finish.
Wayne Rooney, Eric Cantona, Andy Cole, Alan Shearer, Diego Costa, and are we counting Dennis Bergkamp as a striker?
Luis Suarez. I'm going to give you the name. I'm going to give you a name. Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez, definitely.
One
The
season,
fact
bro.
that you didn't name Luis Suarez and you named others.
One season, bro.
And you named Costa.
Diego Costa won 2 league titles, mate, in
One
3 years.
season, and you're going to name Van Persie had.
Van Persie had 3 world-class seasons. What are we doing? You don't know what you're talking. You're an Arsenal fan. Come on, man.
You
You're gonna
stupid
lose
guy!
a
You didn't even let me finish my sentence. You stupid man.
Go on.
Listen, let me finish. He was at Arsenal for all of 8-10 years. 2 good seasons. On average, the U average is 8 goals. So when you're gonna be breading Van Persie, you can't be saying my man had
Van
1
Persie
year.
broke the record. Yeah,
He broke the record of how many years you can get injured and let down your club. He did break that record.
Van Persie broke the
He
record
did.
for a Man United player for the most ever.
And he broke the record for being dummiest for the longest.
Am I allowed to
and then
finish?
ended up being-
Okay. Can I take? You want me to? Everyone wants to say me Van Persie. I'll give you the example. Van Persie comes to Man United in his first season, winner at the Etihad to send us clear at the top of the league. Bear in mind they were 2 points behind us. He scored a last-minute free kick, equaliser at Anfield, equaliser at the Emirates. These are big goals, bruv. He was scoring.
Harry Kane would have done
Goal
the same thing.
Can I finish my sentence, bruv?
It's just the
Goal at
sentence.
Stamford Bridge. So all the big teams and big grounds he went to and he scored that season, right? He has the most ever points won from goals and assists from a Man United player. How many points you reckon Man United won that season from Van Persie? I'll ask everyone on the panel. You name it. How many points you reckon we won, Mo?
From what?
From Van Persie's goals and assists alone.
You don't know this mute is mad to me.
I don't know. How would I know? I'm not a Man United. How would I remember that exactly?
How many do you think? How many do you think?
18.
Nathan, how many do you think?
I actually don't. I'm gonna say like 25 off the top of my head.
And what do you think, Paz?
I've got shame. I'm not even going to play this game with you.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to tell you now, 38. 38 points Man United won from his goals and assists that season. He literally won 38 points.
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
38 points.
Hold on, because
He
you
won
don't love
a pretty much single
Hold
handed.
on. Okay, let me ask you a counter question to that 38 points that you just named. If Van Persie wasn't in your team, would you have lost all 38 of those points?
No, obviously not.
Then what the fuck are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? You would have had somebody else, or somebody else could do the same thing.
No one would have done the same thing as him.
No, I don't think they would have. I wouldn't think that.
Okay,
I wouldn't think that anybody
and
would
all that. But Paz, if Harry Kane was in that team, he would not have done the same thing with Van Persie. And we've had
Harry Kane's had better seasons in the Prem than what Van Persie has.
All right, there you go. I'm not arguing anymore. I can't argue this. I can't argue this, Mo. I can't argue this.
His club is just a piece of shit.
I can't argue.
To be fair, Kane.
By the way, is that true? By the way, Carrick got player of the season. That can't be true. There's
Did
no way
Van
Carrick got the
Persie
player.
win with Arsenal? Yes or no? Did Van Persie win with Arsenal? Yes or no?
Van Persie at your
No. Did Van Persie win at Arsenal? Yes or no?
No, he didn't win at Arsenal. No.
And Harry Kane didn't win at Spurs. 2 bum clubs at the time. Simple as that. You had to go to the best team in the league. That's what happened. If Harry Kane went to Man City, he would have won everything.
Cool.
That's the equivalent. He would have won everything.
Cool.
So Harry
Kane was at Tottenham Hotspur, who had a very, very good team that will arguably be the best starting 11 in the Premier League.
With Sandro in the bro. Are you insane, bro? He booted off no matter what team they had.
Cool. Paz, I've got a question. Paz, you see it before we bought Van Persie? Did we win the league the year before? No. There you go. The whole point is what we're doing here. Come on, mate. And this Bruno debate.
I need to move on.
I can't be asked to everyone. No one's getting. I can't be asked to do this Harry Kane debate. That That guy has
did
more
you
yellow
finish the
cards.
league before? Where did
Second.
you finish?
We finished second.
Oh, see, this is what I'm saying, bro.
What's your point?
You just finished 59th, bro. You finished second. What are we doing, bro? Who won the league that year?
City.
Say that again. Sorry,
Yeah. The next year he scored the winner at the Etihad, last minute free kick, mate, which sent us 5 points clear, and then we went and blitzed everyone in the league and won the league, pal. So nice.
Wait, I swear that's the QPR year.
Yeah.
That was the QPR, yeah.
You lost the league on goal difference, you scumbag. You absolute You absolute wrong'un. You absolute fucking wrong'un. No, you are a touchline scumbag.
Look. I can't be asked to do Harry Kane debates, bro. Yeah, I can't be asked to do Harry Kane.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. If you can be asked,
I really
can't
be asked to Harry Kane.
Let me. I need to answer this. It has nothing to do with the football. Just let me answer this. Mo, after using your MHF cheat code and get the 8% discount, how do I get OK jersey shirt from custom?
Just before we're gonna do the Bruno. I'm gonna just keep remind what all the Arsenal fans are saying in the chat, by the way, and stuff like about Harry Kane. I'm gonna keep that I'm gonna keep that in mind for the next 2 minutes for then when we get onto the Bruno debate, because I'm hearing mad things. They're actually undoing their own legacy as a football club because we're gonna get onto it anyways.
Can I just guys? I need to respond to this from customs without using the wizard key. I didn't get. Like, for me, it didn't stop at customs here in America. I know a lot of people in the UK, they got their stuff. I know that you are in the UK, I'm assuming, because you're super chatting with British pounds. So I don't see any, I don't know what that means. Wizard key. I don't know what that means. It never stopped at custom. It's people ordered a lot of stuff in the UK from OK Jersey. I know there's a lot of people that order stuff. I never stopped at customs. It never stopped at customs. So I don't know why would it stop at customs in the UK. It's just, even in America, it never stopped at customs here. I don't even have custom stamps on my shipments here when they come here. So I don't know what you're talking about. But you can chat with them. I don't know, to be honest with you, the man from Uncle, just to be honest. The obsession to shit on Man United legends on your panels. Well, I'm not shitting on any Man United legends.
You can't shit on Man United legends, mate.
Wait,
impossible.
The only
We're not shitting on anybody, man. We're not shitting on anybody.
Van Persie's not a Man United legend.
He is. No, he is. No, he actually is a Man United legend. Ask United fans in the chat if Van Persie United legend. We'll say
United fans.
Well, does anybody come into Man United and win a league title as a legend?
Bro, what are we doing? Are we acting like Van Persie was on the fucking bench the whole season? Are we actually doing this? Are we doing this? Oh my God.
You're the only Man United fan I've heard say that, I'll be honest. I've never heard
it. Man United fans in the chat. Is Van Persie a United legend?
I have never. I'm not
hearing Barcelona fans.
He loves United. He loves United.
I've never heard someone say that.
Maybe this is new to me. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up with other Man United fans. Is he a legend of Manchester United?
Van Persie's a legend at nowhere. Look, the guy with a United badge on his thing says no, he ain't no legend.
Yep, and there's Robert with United. He is a legend. There is another United fan in the chat. He is a legend. There you go.
No, I don't want to do this. Oh my God. Oh my word, guys. Oh my word. In the out of touch line?
I'm not hearing it from Arsenal fans. I asked United fans in the chat. So shut up.
And most of them are saying no.
No, they're not saying. You found one.
That's a very old United fan.
An icon is more powerful than a legend. What are you talking about?
If you ain't seen United win,
Man United out by saying he is a legend.
The reason why he's a legend, he literally, bro, statistically, he had one of the best ever seasons and won us number 20. Our last league title. He gave Fergie his, farewell due, and also for the people that care about it, not that I care about it, we bought him from a rival when he came and won the league with us. So
is Fabregas a Chelsea legend?
You'd have to ask a Chelsea fan, but they'd probably say, yeah, he was unbelievable for them 2 out of 3 seasons he was there. He was there for 4 seasons, I think. But 2 out of the 3 where he won the league, he was fucking ridiculous. Especially that first season. His first ever assist, his debut. The one to Schürrle. Crazy, mate. Crazy. He was ridiculous that season. But I don't know, you have to ask. I'm not a Chelsea fan. I can't tell all Chelsea fans who the legends are.
I think you mistake. I really like this player for he is a legend.
Someone said this show started so well.
Nah, that's true.
Your name's Gooner, mate.
Still-
Your name's
still
Gooner.
very
Look what
good.
it means. Type up what
It's
it
still
means.
very good. Still very good. Shaik Otto, I know this is Shaiki GL is saying, big up my man, is saying Roy, Lampard, Gerrard, Carrick, arrange it by order. Number one, I'm gonna exclude Carrick from that like bracket, like just with all due respect.
No, because Carrick was better than Roy Keane. So I don't know what we're doing here. What you're gonna exclude? Why has Paz gone off camera? If we're gonna exclude Carrick off that, then we're excluding Roy Keane off it because Carrick was better than him, and Carrick's first, by the way.
I just saw someone in the chat ask if Tevez is a
And
legend. Touch
Carrick, I'll go Carrick. Who? You said, bro?
Someone just asked if Tevez is a legend.
Fuck no. Fuck him. I'll go Carrick, Gerrard, Keane, Lampard. Yeah, maybe Roy Keane ahead of. No, I'll go Gerrard.
Sir, can you say the order again, please?
I'll go Carrick, Gerrard, Keane, Lampard. I don't understand what's going on crazy, bro. You lot clearly never watched my Carrick play football, mate. Clearly didn't.
I don't know if you watch Lampard play football, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
No.
it's bare deflection, bro. It's like debate with Paz, bare deflection, bro. That's what it's like.
Wait, so you think Carrick is better than Gerrard?
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm not brain playing, by the way. Yeah, just see that chat.
This is why.
Okay, hold on. Stop, Pat. Okay, touchline. I'm gonna ask you: are you for real or you're trolling? Honestly.
No, I'm being serious. I've said this before.
Hand on heart.
Carrick
Hand on
for
heart.
me is
Hand on
up there.
heart. Hand on heart. No rage baiting.
Hand on heart. For me, Carrick is top 5 Premier League midfielders.
I'm gonna give you another chance. Hand on heart. Give me the
Yes,
order
Carrick is top 5 Premier League midfielders of all time. Yes, I
We're
said
not
that.
seeing the hand on heart, though. I think that's the issue.
Hand on heart, Carrick. I think Carrick is top 5 Premier League midfielders of all time. Yes.
So you are in
I
trolling.
watched Michael Carrick for years. This guy, I remember we did that stat. We won like 71% of the games with him and 29% of the games without him. He was absolutely ridiculous. And everyone gassing up Rodri for what Rodri's done. Rodri just won a Ballon d'Or. Carrick was doing that, and he was doing it just like Rodri was doing it. He was also scoring well when he's like Rodri. It was just Carrick was in an era where English football was valuing pace and power rather than technical footballers. If Carrick played in this era today, he'd be regarded, and he was playing in that Man City team, he would also have won the Ballon d'Or, like Rodri. He would have been in conversations with winning the Ballon d'Ors, just like Rodri. Same thing happened. He's the exact same player as Rodri, but he's just not rated highly as Rodri because his name's not Michael Carrick.
You know what? Yeah, I am rage baited myself, but I'm gonna keep myself composed. I know opinions matter, but this kid is suffocating.
Cheers.
Shut the kids down. He's a fraud. Thank you so much. Everyone has an opinion, and it's his opinion. I'm a United fan. When I tell people, guys, I don't think you guys are ready for social media when Man United are actually good. I don't think you guys are ready. I swear to God, people are not ready.
I'm ready. I'm already experienced.
No one is ready. No one is ready when Man United are becoming good. We're not ready. We're not ready. People think Arsenal fans are insufferable. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready for this. Bruno Fernandes, Declan. That's why you have making faces, bro.
We're going to get onto this debate because
Carrick, managerial, unbeaten run.
I love Michael Carrick as a player.
And I rate Michael Carrick, you know. I swear down.
I like Michael Carrick. I think Michael Carrick
is average.
No, you just said he's average. Don't get back. You can't say a man's average and say, I rate Michael Carrick. No, you don't, bro.
He is the best of the average players.
Michael Carrick is good, but he ain't Vieira, he ain't Gerrard, he ain't Lampard, he ain't Roy Keane, he ain't Yaya Toure, he ain't Yaya Toure, with all due respect, he ain't Yaya Toure, he ain't these guys.
What am I hearing, bro?
I'm gonna tell you something. Yaya Toure and Carrick are on 2 different stratospheres as players.
All right, mate.
I swear to God.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Touchline.
Yo.
Is Carrick better than Yaya Toure?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Mo, kick me off.
The only midfielders I'm taking over Carrick are Rodri, David Silva, Scholes.
Right, get me off this. Kick me off the show right now.
And De Bruyne as well.
Kick me off now. You remove me now. Mo.
You asked the question, bro. Don't ask questions that you don't.
You asked the question. You asked the question,
bro.
No,
ask the
you
question.
remove me now.
Yeah, Ammi, you asked the question. خلاص,
No,
you asked the question.
remove me now.
Oh, you got asked the question, bro.
I want to be taken out.
Then where you got that fucking German chicken wing, can you stop talking about players you hardly watch? Well, don't ask my opinion on them, then. The fuck? Don't put super chats in asking my opinion, and when I give my opinion, say don't have a right. Because by that logic, then
Yaya Toure single-handedly won a Premier League title. By the way,
cool story, bro. No, he didn't win definitely didn't do it single-handedly, but
I don't know about that.
Lie. That's a straight up lie. Definitely didn't do
it.
Definitely didn't. You scored 102 goals that season. He scored 20 of them. You definitely did not do that single-handedly.
Hold on.
Definitely didn't do single-handedly. Yeah, David Silva. Yeah.
I promise you, if you answer this question wrong, I might burn your bridge. I swear to God, I actually might burn your bridge. Is Carrick better than Busquets?
No. No.
I said
the midfielders I'll take over in the Premier.
Okay, I gotta move on. We gotta move on from Carrick. It's taking way longer. It's taking way longer. Carrick managerial unbeaten run got bro moving mad.
Yeah, mate. Racinia's crying about refs after losing to Newcastle. You got bigger things.
This is an Arsenal fan. It's an Arsenal fan.
Oh, he's an Arsenal fan. Yeah, of course he is. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know why.
Touchline, can you please stop talking about players you hardly watch? I beg you. A lot of people talk about players that they hardly watch. It's fine.
Man said Carrick or R9. Nah, you just ban that guy. Whoever said Carrick or R9.
Big up, my man. Bruno Fernandes. Okay, is Rice average since Carrick is average?
Yeah, I've been seeing this, by the way, yeah. All you Arsenal fans that are crying in the comments saying I'm rage baiting, you also are trying to say now that Declan Rice is better than Steven Gerrard. So I don't want to hear anything from you.
I don't know if anyone
he can talk, because I know Paz will not think that Declan Rice is better than Steven Gerrard. I know he's smiling, but I know for a fact he does not think that.
No,
yeah? The ones in the chat, you are the ones on Twitter trolling, kind of waffle out that he's better.
You're trolling, so now I want to troll.
No, I
don't want to troll. Wallahi I don't want to troll.
On my mother's life.
I didn't wake up. I don't wake up to troll. Wallahi I didn't wake up.
I'm believing exactly what I'm saying right now. I believe Mikel
Carrick. I know that you do. I believe you. I know that you do. Doesn't mean I agree with you. It's your opinion. I just disagree. I think it's a very unpopular opinion. Very unpopular opinion.
Yeah, but I just think
by the way, anyone, you can have your own opinion. We don't have to agree with it.
Rice is an average. Rice is a good player. However, he would maybe be considered average maybe 10 years ago.
Can I tell you something? You know Declan Rice is a 6.5. If Patrick Vieira is an 8, Rice is a 6.5. Yeah, I think that is.
I don't think. Again, I don't like numbers on it because I'm like, a 6 sounds bad.
You know why I like the numbers. You know why I like the numbers. If
Vieira played in today's game, he'd be a 10.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm comparing Vieira in that era.
I put Rice and Carrick in the same boat.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
And hold on, I'll tell you the reason why. Hold on, because for me, yeah, in terms of like ability, Carrick is like I really rate Carrick. But if I'm comparing him to all the people that are good at what he's good at, yeah, for me, that's why I can't put him higher than a 7 because of like I'll be comparing him with Busquets, the Vieiras, the people that are like quality-wise.
There is Lampard, there is Iniesta, there is Gerrard.
Lampard wasn't the same.
There is Roy Keane. Because Roy Keane, even though like, oh my God, Roy Keane was tough. Roy Keane used to play ball, bro. Like, he used to be good. Like, he's a bad player.
Roy Keane used to play ball, but he wasn't better at playing football than Michael Carrick. But he was a better leader, and the overall package, he was better than Michael Carrick. But as a footballer, Michael Carrick has more ability on the ball than Michael. Anyone ever seen Michael Carrick's assist? I think it's to Hernandez.
Yeah, Michael Carrick on the ball is very good.
Go and look at it, brother. He sends a 40-yard swing with his back to goal, I think, on a turn.
But in my opinion, there are levels. There are levels to ability. For me, there are levels to ability on the ball. For example. There is Busquets' ability on the ball. There is Iniesta ability.
Ban that guy, please. Ban that guy. They just put that super chat in. Please ban him. Someone in the chat, please. Please, someone just ban that guy. I can't believe he just put that. Paz. Have you seen that super chat?
That's actually quite high. Come on.
No. But I don't care. Please. That you can't be serious. He can't. He's trolling. He's taking the mic. He's Sakalaka boom boom, and he's put. Carrick has 20. Who cares? He's a DM, bro. Who cares about his defensive?
If anything, that's kind of added to your argument. That's actually way higher than what I thought.
That's a very good argument, actually.
Way higher than what I thought.
For a DM that played for Man United with a fire front line, that's a very good number because that's very, very good.
quite
Very
high.
good number.
And
Yeah, by the way, my man,
65
this is
number.
24 goals and 36 assists for someone that played with fire front line. Is very good. It's very good.
I'm actually quite impressed by that. I might have to now rethink.
So,
He's actually now 7.1.
if you are unable to name Keane in all-time team, you are a fraud. That kid can't name. By the way, he didn't watch Roy Keane like that. You can't name Dwight York in that list. Absolute fraud. I think Dwight York is so underrated as well.
I didn't name Dwight York, so you're not. Open your ears, bro. I said Andy Cole. Didn't say
But
Dwight
he's
York.
yeah. Dwight York is good. I think Andy Cole was better than Dwight York. to be
All of
honest.
these man
Better
were
goal
good.
scorer, yeah, better striker. I don't know about a better player, better
They're all
footballer, but
good strikers. In the grand scheme of things, though.
Wait, this guy has gone mad. They're putting so much super chats in. Arrange this, arrange these. Look, bro, you got getting rattled by my opinions.
Are belief and delusional the same? No, there's.
Bro, I'm gonna show you like this assist to Carrick.
I actually think they are. I think
But you can't show it on the stream, please.
No, I'm
Belief
gonna
and
show you the
delusion.
after the assist that he played. Yeah, it's one of the best assists ever football.
Send me
history.
the link. Send me the link. I can play it on the. Send me the link.
Belief and delusion are siblings. They're
Shai, my man Shaik, you're actually your super chat striked a lot of stuff. Rude,
I actually wanna
DJ,
go on-
Suarez, Van Persie.
I
Arrange my
wanna
order. I don't want any debates on this. Just quickly, I'm gonna name them in my opinion. For me, Suarez. For me,
Wait, what's the
DDA.
criteria though?
Is
Ability
it
or
overall?
no. You choose a number 9 tomorrow. That's it. A striker. That's it.
All right,
For
cool.
me, Suarez
I'm
1.
gonna do mine
For
and then
me, Didier 2, Van Persie, and then Ruud van Nistelrooy.
I'm gonna
That's
go
my choice.
Pogba 1, fucking Suarez 2, Van Persie. Van Persie 3, Van Nistelrooy 4. But again, I didn't see enough of Van Nistelrooy, so I won't. I know he scored great goals.
Just a list.
I hate to say it. I genuinely do hate to say it. But it would be Suarez and Van Persie drawn 1. It would be Ruud van Nistelrooy 2nd, and then Drogba last.
Nate.
Suarez for me, then Van Persie, then Drogba, then Van Nistelrooy.
All right. Fair enough.
Again, I didn't really watch Van Nistelrooy like that, so
Drogba's a fucking fraud.
He was good, Van Nistelrooy, not bad. But anyway, who deserves the player of the season?
Do you want me to be honest, or am I gonna troll it?
You're always honest. You're always honest. But what about? I want to tell you guys something about this. Don't worry about the chat.
Okay, cool. I'm not worried. I was crap out. Chat. I would have left this screen 20 minutes ago.
Exactly.
If I'm going to be the person,
exactly this.
By my metric, it's a different answer to the actual metric. The actual metric, yeah, judging by previous debate, which is why I don't do these stupid player of the year awards like Donna Sam does. I don't do that stuff. I don't do these team of the season. I think they're useless. I think this debate is useless.
I love them. They're amazing.
This award is so stupid. We won the treble, and David Ginola won the player of the year, and David Beckham finished 2nd in the Ballon d'Or. It makes no sense. Do you know what I'm saying? It made no sense that year, right? This whole stuff thing is. So, by the metric of that, Bruno Fernandes has probably been the best player in the Premier League this season, you could argue. Haaland's fallen off. You could argue Haaland was there. And I think Gabriel was good at the start. But I think Saliba's been better than Gabriel this season, in my opinion, when I watched him a lot of the time. Gabriel scored the more clutch headers, but I think overall, I think Saliba's been the better player.
Okay.
Gabriel and Rice is also Rice's, right? Rice has been good. However, it's not my metric. I do it for the best player in the best team. The player who wins the league wins with
I don't do that. Nobody does this.
That's my metric.
But I don't want to your metric for one reason, because we actually yesterday or the day before, when Liverpool won the league, it was Kevin De Bruyne. When Man City won the league, it was Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk.
Sorry, say that again?
When Liverpool won the league, Kevin De Bruyne won it. When Man City won the league, Mohamed Salah won it.
That's the metric, and that's everyone else's metric. Henry won it in 2003 when he broke the assist record.
Who do you think is the best player in the league now? Your opinion?
I think Bruno is the best player in the league, but I don't think he should win the player of the year just because you're the best player in the league. Because for me, it's about
really.
My metric is the best player in the best team, but the actual metric isn't that, because as you said, they gave Salah it, they gave Van Dijk it, they gave David Ginola it, they gave various players. I think even Vidic won it. Vidic won it in 2009. He did.
No, the reason why I agree with Touchline, yeah. So, for example, I think that should be the rule unless there's genuine extenuating circumstances. An example would be like what Bale, like that Bale year. You should win
Bale didn't have that year.
Or what? Like when Kane got
But
the
what-
most goals and assists.
Yeah. So for example, if you've
And
done
like that,
something,
yeah.
if you've just balled out of your absolute fucking mind and like you're still top 4, then fair enough.
So, like,
I think you do it.
let-
but realistically, for me, this year should be Gabriel because he has genuinely been, and also the stats. But if people that love stats, the stats back him. For me, Gabriel has taken himself to a level that I don't think there's another centre back in the world.
But if Bruno goes and breaks the assist record now, does that change your opinion?
no,
Interesting.
Why it doesn't?
because I don't think he's actually played that well this year. Like if I look at him over the span of the season, there's games where I've watched him. I just think you're
To
actually.
be fair, Amarin was actually slapping that like handicap on him for like half.
That's
the season.
but again, that's cool, but that's not my problem. You asked me who I think has been the player of the year. I don't think there's a time where I looked at Gabriel and thought, "Fuck me, bro, you actually look miles off it." I thought that about Bruno Fernandes. I've even thought that about Declan Rice over like 2 or 3 games where he was looking very shaky.
I actually disagree. I think Gabriel, Bournemouth game, he made that mistake. I thought he made mistakes. I thought
And then
actually
he
the
went
goal.
and when he went and bagged 5 minutes after.
Okay,
So
Sunderland game. I think it's his mistake. Sunderland, I think it's his
Sunderland
mistake.
and Wolves are the only 2 mistakes.
Wolves,
I
I
think,
think, which is, by the way, they are big
mistakes.
mistakes. I don't think that Gabriel, I think between Gabriel and Saliba, I'm saying they have been very, very good. I think between Gabriel and Saliba, I would struggle to choose Arsenal's most consistent defender this season. I would struggle. I would have to think about it. I would have to think about it.
Saliba, to me, I ain't watched Saliba once and gone, you've actually had a bad game today. I think he just makes it so easy.
No, but
One of those players.
Saliba's not as dominant. Hold on, but Saliba's not as dominant as Gabriel in the air. Also, there is one more thing that people are not noticing. Gabriel had a time on the sideline with the injury that he had about 2 months or something. Saliba didn't get injured. An injury is part of you being available.
Saliba has been injured this season. He got injured.
But also, I don't
But
think-
not for 2 months.
I
Gabriel was
know.
out for 2 months.
Arsenal did
Gabriel
drop
was out
points
for
in-
two consecutive months. Gabriel was out.
Arsenal were
which is a
dropping
big
points in that period where he was injured, which I also think adds to his case.
Wouldn't
Arsenal
drop
probably-
Arsenal wouldn't dropping points.
Gabriel has also got goals this year, man. He's got goals in this. He's got 7 G.
Yeah.
Bro.
But I think it should be between Declan Rice and Bruno Fernandes. For Bruno Fernandes, I think he's the most influential. I think Bruno Fernandes is the most influential player in the Premier League this season.
Yeah,
in
but
my
that's what
opinion.
I'm saying.
I can explain it. I can explain it to you. I think without Bruno Fernandes, Man United are.
He factually is, by the way, in terms of goals and assists. Yeah, he factually is.
It's not numbers only.
don't have anyone
I
else.
made the statement. Let me explain it then. I made the statement. It's not only about the goals and assists. I think Bruno was leading the charts of chances created and stuff like this when he played deeper in a pivot. It's not his fault that Amarin played him there, but also it's not our fault, right? It's not our fault. So we assist whoever Man United. I think since they went back to being playing 4-3-3, Bruno Fernandes is the one that carried Man United to that. Without Bruno Fernandes, I believe that Man United would not have been third at all. Performances wise.
At the same time,
Influential.
he has been shit for plenty of time this year. And also, he just got back to the top 4. They just came back the other day. So they've been shit for the majority of this year. So for you now to turn around and say he's player of the year when him and them have been shit.
No, he hasn't been shit this season. That's a lie.
By the way, he hasn't, Pat. He hasn't.
You don't also have nobody else. If it's not Bruno, it's nobody.
Yeah, but that's not his fault, though. That's not his fault.
Pushing them up.
No, but that's actually not true because Mbeumo was scoring goals for them in the beginning of the season. So it's not only him. Mbeumo was scoring goals for them.
I think for me, bro, if you're going to win the player of the year, I need to have looked at you this year and think, fucking hell, bro. And I don't think that about Bruno.
I don't think there's any outstanding player like this apart from Declan Rice.
Gabriel this year and thought, fucking hell, bro.
I think Declan Rice is more because I think every time I'm watching Declan Rice, he's like, number one, the consistency is mad. I've never seen someone that consistent. Like, just it's fucking mad. Like, it's how crazy that is to be that consistent. He will give you the 10 out of 10 games, but most of the time, Rice will give you the 8 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10 most of the time, which is very. You would not think that there is a game where Rice had a stinker, like a stinker, and that doesn't happen this season. I think he's the engine for the Arsenal midfield.
When Rice has a bad game, he's not in the game as much. That he won't be shown as much. Whereas Bruno, when he has a bad game, he's still trying to get the ball and
that is one thing I will actually say about Bruno.
Do that, whereas Rice should be in the game. He won't get involved.
Bruno is
box crash.
Bruno is more inclined to have a bad game because even when he's not playing well, he doesn't shy away and he'll still try to make things.
As well as you lot have all said that he was playing DM, right? That's what you all just said.
By the way, this fucking narrative is weird. You know that, right?
All said
he's playing DM. He's not a DM.
That's what you lot said. You said he was playing DM. That's what I just remember.
You can't gas on
that. Now you need to look at how many goals you lot have conceded. And I
don't know. Hold on. Touchline. Hold on. What do you mean, Paz? I don't understand your point.
You lot are saying, cool. So for example, you can't use.
What was this a response to, Paz? What was this a response to?
I will get there. Fucking hell, bro. You can't say, oh, Bruno was in DM and use that as like a stick to beat everyone else with because like I can't believe he's done this despite playing DM. Then if you're gonna call him a DM, that means you now have to attach some of the things that come with the role as a DM, and they conceded a fuck ton of goals. And
no.
That also has to fall on him too.
No. Now I'm the one that tried. I want to see everyone that tried to cook me, cook him. Made up.
If you can see who's
we don't call him a DM.
You don't have to yell. Just let's hear what he say, please.
We don't call him a DM. The manager put the best attacking midfielder in the league at DM because he had nowhere else to put him in because of his shit system in his shit formation that was exposing everyone that had a winger at right wing back and then a build-up left back or built-up right back at left wing back. It made no sense. So we don't call him a DM. He has been playing defensive midfield and deep line playmaker and has still been banging assists.
Mo, let me ask you a question. Because I know you're not gonna lie, and
I love that. I love this. I love this new thing. People need to ask me questions on my channel.
No. You better not lie, you absolute rat face. Yeah, you understand. Now tell me, at some point this year, people were not saying they want Bruno out of their club. Lie. Go on, lie. Go on, lie.
Not this season.
No. Mo, lie.
No. This season, they haven't said that. They said that Bruno cannot play the double pivot.
That's what we said. That was the whole thing.
No, Paz, that's actually true, Paz.
That's the whole thing.
I have only been doing YouTube for this year. How have I heard it then?
But there is people, of course, that say we want Bruno. But let me tell you the difference about Bruno. Okay, so let me respond. There are people in the fan base, aka Saeed, Staffy, Nuruddin, and others as well. Maybe I missed some names. There are others as well that they say that they didn't like Bruno. They wanted Bruno sold, right? For the 100 mil that was offered. But in this season, when he played in the double pivot, they said he cannot play double pivot. He's not good enough to play double pivot. Right?
So the same guy that's not good enough to play double pivot, by the way, double pivot. There's two of them. He's not
but they
good
had
enough.
no,
I can't believe
no other midfielder.
Please, man. Stop trying to troll, bro, because I promise I can do the trolling thing better than everyone on YouTube.
Just
I can definitely do the trolling thing.
Just listen. Okay, go ahead.
I can do the trolling thing. This is
terrible.
terrible.
Listen, all you do is troll. Just listen.
No, this is terrible.
Casemiro, the same guy that you lot rate, you rate Casemiro. You lot are now, what left your mouth is that Bruno is not good enough to play next to one of the greatest DMs ever of Man United history. That's what you're telling me. And now, a month later, just 1 month, one singular month, now it's player of the season. What? Because even there was a story coming out about Bruno being unhappy that they wanted him out. So the club wanted him out. The fans were like, yeah, let's cash in. But now it's player of the season.
No, the club said that they never wanted him out.
Now it's player.
That was in the summer. That was in the summer, not in January. That was in the summer. You're making a narrative for yourself.
No, I'm not. How can we go from he can't play the double pivot? Which should be the easier thing to do, by the way.
No, it's not. It's not. Now you're mistaken.
Pivot is easier to play than a pivot. Do not wind me up.
Habibi, okay, but hold on. It was a 3-4-3. He didn't have other midfielders around him. It was only him and Casemiro, or only him and Ugarte, and it looked like shit because they were outnumbered all the time. He was asked to defend, attack, dictate the game because Ugarte can't pass the ball. He was asked to do everything in that role, and nobody can do that role. There's nobody in world football that can do that role.
Now, a month later, it's player of the season.
Not a month later. It has been 3 months since the beginning of the year.
Again,
No. How long has Carrick been here? How many games? Is it not 6 games?
Beginning of the season. Beginning of the year.
No. So when did Carrick take the job? Touchline.
January.
January 2026.
What date of January? It better not be the end because I'm gonna get mad.
It was mid-January.
So you joined at the end of January. Perfect. So I'm not counting January. So February, we're now in the middle of March.
I'll get the exact date up if you want.
We've gone from he can't play a double pivot to.
It was the 17th of January, so it wasn't the end of January.
How many games did you play? How many games did you play in January under Carrick?
Well, we played one on the 1st of Feb, so if we were going to be your shamelessness, we'll just do that. We'll count that. We got 3. There you go.
So you played 2. Brilliant.
Yeah, we played you.
That's actually,
Hold on.
I hear what Paz is saying. If Bruno, but he doesn't.
9 games, not 6. 9 games.
Paz's argument would be correct if Bruno Fernandes was shit in the beginning of the season. I still think, I get exactly that. I still think the majority of the people that watch Man United would tell you that Bruno Fernandes wasn't as bad as people make it be. People were scapegoating him in that role because people don't like Bruno Fernandes and people don't like the way he plays. And that is the problem, Paz. The problem is the majority. I'm going to tell you something, Paz. To be honest with you, the big voices of Man United fans don't like Bruno Fernandes. And people would be affected with this. They don't like him. They don't want it. They want him.
Hold on. Firstly, let's not do that because you said Staffy and he's not a big voice in the United fan base. But secondly, you wanted to use Staffy. He actually did say that he's actually putting on Twitter. I've seen on Twitter that he thinks Bruno should get player of the year. What now?
Yeah, but now hold on. But now, okay, people change. There are people. Even Saeed changed his opinion on Bruno. They said Bruno has been balling out.
Yes. But hold on, because there's a narrative that I'm gonna crush this narrative that Paz has just tried to.
What narrative have I made?
Bruno was bad. So Bruno Fernandes in November. 2 assists against Crystal Palace and won the game. Can I finish my point?
You're lying. You stop lying because
you just said he was shit before.
No, I said you lot said he was shit.
No, I didn't. Don't say you lot because I didn't say that. Don't say you lot.
I'm talking about a group of people. Not everything's just about you, buddy. Okay?
Yeah, but you're saying you. You're saying you lot. You lot.
Yes, you unfortunately are a part of the United fan base. Unfortunately for you, you are part of them.
You lot.
And you guys, as a collective, were getting on to Bruno. So hold on, touchline. You might want getting on to Bruno.
I wasn't. No.
I want you to assess as a Man United
fan.
If
you're going to sit here and go, Ahmed United TV was getting on to Bruno, then yeah. They don't like him, Paz. They don't like the guy.
So hold on. I just want to know how the narrative has shifted from we don't like this guy to we want him to be player of the year. That to me is a lot. It's like Arsenal fans now coming out. Our fan base, hold on. Our fan base has been grilling Odegaard all year. Not me, but our fan base has. If man started coming out now and talking about Odegaard was player of the year, I would throw up in every Arsenal fan's face.
No, but can I have there is a discussion that happened in the 23-24 season when Odegaard wasn't good in the first half of the season. He came back after the Dubai and he was fantastic in the second half of the season. There was shouts.
Don't care.
I actually discussed this in my panel.
You're scumbags.
And I'll respond to the point. Right. So firstly, November.
Call him his comeback.
Crystal Palace.
I'm saying if you were getting onto Odegaard and then you turned around and said player of the season, you're a scumbag for me.
Right. Anyways, Crystal Palace away, won the game 2-1. Bruno 2 assists. Wolves away, won the game 4-1. Bruno 1 goal, 2 goals, 1 assist. Bournemouth 4-4 draw, 1 goal. Remember the free kick he scored? Remember the free kick, the fucking one where he reversed one of the best free kicks you'll see all season, if not the best you'll see all season.
He played good in that game.
Yeah, he did. He played really good in that game. Brilliant goal. And got an assist for it as well. At Burnley, bear in mind, that was when Fletcher came in.
What month was this?
Now we're in January.
What month was that?
But can I just say, Paz, he got a goal contribution in 6 games in a row. And then it was out of that, it was out of...
Were there only 6 games in the season?
7 hours. So he's got a goal contribution in 8 out of his last 10 games.
The question of Bruno Fernandes has never really been GA though. It's never really been GA.
But GA is a big part of football.
hold on. The
He's got the
question.
second most goals.
Listen to what I just said to you, Mo. Listen to what I just said to you. Don't listen to reply. Listen to understand. Remember that one. Yeah. So what I said to you is the question of Bruno. I don't think for any season has ever been, is this guy going to get GA? It's when I'm watching you, are you going to look like a player that can play football very well? And the reality is that is a lot of the time Man United fans are saying they don't like him. It's very similar to Salah, in fact. It's the same way people look at Salah. All this GA, but you look like shit. And people now, they're trying to slowly pull him away from that. But I remember what you all said. And for me, if you rated Bruno from the beginning, now you want player of the year, cool, bro. As long as you're not a little rat fucker that's now decided to do a reverse spin and now decided
I don't
to
understand this argument. I really don't.
If you don't understand what?
Bruno Fernandes is not the same player he was 6 years ago. When he came through at United, he was just a GA merchant. He is a much more complete footballer than he is now. Than he was back then, sorry. Much more complete footballer.
I
And if
disagree.
he isn't, then I can't argue because you're just now I just feel like everyone says I'm trolling. I just feel like you're trolling if you're going to sit there and say he's the same player he was 6 years ago. Because for me, he's just as creative. No, in fact, his weight of pass is way better than he used to be. His weight of pass.
You're saying he's a complete footballer.
Look, we love Bruno. United fans love Bruno. Stop listening to Ahmed.
Bruno is not
Because Ahmed's an eye test merchant, and he gets wet pants every time he sees someone do a nice little half turn. Doesn't mean the fact that Bruno Fernandes
is a complete midfielder is crazy.
I didn't say he's complete midfielder. He's more complete than he was 6 years ago.
No, that's not.
Yeah, Pogba fanboys. Fact. Pogba fanboys. Baller FC. Pogba fanboys don't represent the fanbase.
He said he's a complete football. What did you say?
Pogba fanboys is crazy.
Pogba fanboys. Pogba fanboys don't like him.
He's talking about Ahmed as well. You know.
Okay, you know what? Don't watch then.
Don't watch.
Don't watch. I think this has been a very entertaining stream. It's very interactive.
Why are we giving
if you say did stream, don't watch.
Yeah, don't give time to negative.
No, don't watch then. Don't watch. If you're let me do the super chat to respond. D is saying you realize Rice has already more minutes, 25 goals and 30 assists to Carrick's 24 goals and 40 assists.
I want to just say, firstly, I'm going to mud this guy in a minute because you just wasted $10, by the way, so you never get that back. Cheers. Thank him for that, Mo.
I think that's a girl.
Oh, sorry. All right, cool. I didn't even say boy. I just said mate. I don't know what you mean by more minutes. I assume you mean Premier League. I don't know if that's true. But again, when did Michael Carrick start playing football? Because they only started taking minutes in from a certain season. And secondly, if we're going to do this logic, Bruno Fernandes has more GA than Patrick Vieira. So he must be better than, right? Must be better than because he's got more GA than him. Or do we not factor in the fact there's roles in the team and Declan Rice has played in the 8 a lot of the time. And Declan Rice, you know what I'm saying? Come on, mate. You're better than that. Come on, you can do better than that. Does he? When he was in the academy, yeah.
Just throwing that. No, he played it for West Ham. He came in as a centre back.
Oh, it did for us. Didn't know that.
Just throw that in there just for you to just digest that for a sec.
I didn't rate. Go back and watch it again. Open the ears. I didn't rate the stats. I said don't use stats for a DM. It was Paz who rated the stats.
Huh?
He just said the stats were better than he thought they were.
It was literally a super chat, you maniac, bro.
Yes, I'm saying. And you said, oh yeah, that's actually helped your argument because the stats were better than I thought they would be.
No, I just said I'm surprised by how much goals.
I'm saying I didn't.
He said that Man United though. He didn't say throughout Carrick's whole career. That's why I was like, oh, that's impressive.
FYI, Andy Cole had his best season with Dwight York. I actually remember this partnership. It was majestic. It was ridiculous.
It was
Dwight
majestic
York
in 1930, bro. What are we doing
he also got 40 goals for Newcastle. So he wasn't just good with York.
Our honesty and we did this one. Our honesty and delusion the same. No, they aren't.
They're very close though. They're close.
Mo, give me your best reasoning how to objectively gauge who is the best overall player between defensive versus offensive player. That's a very deep super chat. Give me your best. For me, it's impact. Like I've seen like for example, I've seen Van Dijk impact more than the attacking players for Liverpool. Its impact is for example, a defender that is able to make the midfielder more comfortable and push higher because he's a lock behind them. which is Van Dijk does. Gabriel and Saliba sometimes do. You know what I mean? And in terms of offensive player, Mohamed Salah last season is the best example of how an offensive player. Thierry Henry is the best of an offensive player that can make the difference. That is how to gouge
I do think though that a lot of defenders and defensive players do have a bit of a ceiling they could. Whereas like attackers, their ceiling is limitless in terms of their impacts on a team. Whereas I think defenders, as much as Van Dijk reached such a high level that people say he's the best centre back ever because of it, I do still think he had like Messi that year was. Not even the Messi's top 3 seasons, arguably, but he still won the Ballon d'Or because
I think that's flipping on its head. I think that's turning the other way. I think now attackers are more limited and defenders now, bro. Defenders have the ball for 80 minutes of the game.
You quantify impact by just watching them. I think.
Yeah, but for me, like, a defender now has way more ways in which they can impact a game because they're on the ball a lot more. They have a lot more. They're used a lot in a lot more realms of the game now than what they used to be. And attackers now, bro, what they got to deal with to get the ball, they get the ball way less. And what they have to do when they get the ball, bro, like they're judged in hell. Like for me, let's say even someone who I think is a piece of shit. Yeah, let's say Doku. If you pick up Doku, bro, and take him 15 years back, fucking hell, brother. Do you know what Doku looks like 20 years ago?
He'd be a streets won't forget baller, isn't it?
Bro, streets won't forget. Rude boy, you're talking about Ballon d'Or. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Do you know what Doku would do to Gary Neville, bro? Fucking
no, don't even try that. Don't even try that. Don't even try that pattern up. Don't even try that. I swear down. Guys, you know I'll start cussing out Henry, you know. I'll start cussing out Henry, you know. I will make everyone realise how much of a fraud and bum Henry was. Don't even try that.
Okay, hold on.
Try that. Henry, 0 goals in finals, yeah? His biggest moment was crying in Paris, and he did a KD move to Barca to join the team that won the Champions League against him. Don't even
okay.
You've done it too much. You've been throwing too much. You've been throwing too much jabs.
I'm just saying.
He would do fuck all to Gary Neville. He'd get pocketed. Gary Neville ain't a bum like Trent.
Okay, let's not do Gary Neville because I want you to actually accept what I'm saying.
No, I'm not going to do Gary Neville. Don't say Gary Neville, please.
I'm saying let's not do Gary Neville. Because it's like me now starting to talk about, you know, your legends like Beckham and Giggs and what they really did. But we're not going to make this a back and forth because I'm going to be the bigger man here. Beckham stinks, I don't know why he's still a legend. But the point I'm making is you take Doku, take him 20 years back here, and you start making him run at people like Carrick with all them shimmies, bro. Carrick might have an aneurysm, bro. Like, so for me, a lot of these attackers that we're calling shit now, take them back 20 years ago. I don't know, brother. I don't know what they look like because them people like to pretend football's got better. Have they fuck, bro? Have they? Has football fuck?
Jamal, first time I agree with touchline. Both are great, but I think Saliba has normalized this level. Nobody talks about it. Look at our build-up without him. Probably, yeah. People are used.
What's it called? Saliba just makes it look easy.
I do just think Saliba's rated like slightly less than Gabriel sometimes because of the occasional mistake he makes on the ball.
It's also hold on. It's also like it's just English football how they value footballers. This is why they rate the likes of Gerrard above Scholes because Scholes used to make things look easy, so you wouldn't realise what he's actually doing on the football pitch because he just made it look so easy, so simple. And with Gabriel's more aggressive. They love the aggressive players. I'm not saying Saliba is better than Gabriel. I think this season he's been better than him, personally.
I think Gabriel has been better this season, but Saliba is a better all-round player for sure.
Does Arsenal win the league without Rice, Saliba, or Gabriel? I think Arsenal might not win the league without Declan Rice, but they might win the league without Gabriel or Saliba.
Can I just say what you think if Bruno won in that Arsenal team? Because we all love doing it. We did this earlier. If Bruno won in that Arsenal team, you think they wouldn't win the league? You know their whole thing of set pieces and that boring football. He would elevate that to a new level because he'd be entertaining to watch. He'd be
Declan Rice is better delivery than Bruno Fernandes in set pieces.
No chance.
Yeah, but it's not. You wouldn't be swapping Rice.
No chance. Without a shadow of in my mind, Declan Rice in corners and deliveries are better than Bruno Fernandes.
Anyways, that's not what I said though. Not what I said. I'm saying that the narrative of Arsenal
Bruno would
improve them open play. He would improve them.
Probably he would. Yes, probably he would. Yes.
He'd solve that.
You're wrong. You're both very, very wrong. Bruno is
No.
the complete opposite to what we are. We are control oriented. That guy is gung ho orientated. Sorry. So him coming to Arsenal doesn't make sense. He would have to change everything that he does, bro. He can't do that. He can't do that shit that he does at Man United at Arsenal, bro. It's impossible. He could never get.
What's everyone team of the year that's more interesting? We're not, Adam. Thank you so much for the super chat. We're not about to do a team of the year stream now after 2 hours of streaming. We aren't gonna do that, Adam. Rice has almost half of Bruno GA. Bruno's not even 1% of Rice. Definitely ability, it's arguable, but Rice playing a high stakes give him the edge for me. The pressure on Rice is more this season, most of the games. I think there was less pressure on Bruno throughout the season than actually playing for Arsenal this season. The pressure on Arsenal this season is immense, is ridiculous actually. So JT, you're spot on here. It's ridiculous on Arsenal. You know that touchline. It's more pressure on Arsenal.
No, I agree. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying I'm just loving it because I'm like, then that props my legends up because everyone loves to say trophies don't define players, yet now we're talking about pressure moments and stuff like that. When certain man's legends were fighting out for fourth every year, my legends were winning league titles, and everyone said, "Oh yeah, but he's carrying a team for fourth." So we keep doing
those legends.
What my legends?
Who are you talking about?
I'm just the guys that won the league titles every year, and there's certain other guys that will finish fourth every year.
Yeah, who are the ones that were
fighting for?
But you know that Arsenal weren't fourth and fifth and stuff like this during the era. They did.
Thierry finished fourth, and he won Player of the Year. He finished fourth and won Player of the Year.
Yeah, okay, move on.
But I weren't talking about Thierry Henry. I was talking about certain slippy. Yeah, I mean, don't slip in that. Finishing fourth every year. One league title race, no, 2 league title races in his entire career.
He's not in this guy's top 5 Premier, top 5 in Premier. He had Thierry Henry 9th.
Yeah, and that's even compliments him.
Keep the ADHD check, seek treatment, whatever, bro.
There's no treatment for ADHD, mate. Nice one.
There's no treatment. All of a sudden, assists from set pieces count. This is one of the things that people are saying that. Now, all the set pieces assist count now, but before that, all the Arsenal goals from set pieces didn't count, and they're ugly. Not you, touchline, but some of the Man United fans that were saying that Arsenal are shit. Not you. Some of the Man United fans were saying Arsenal is shit because of set pieces. Now they're rating Bruno, even though most of his assists are from set pieces.
To be fair, the most hypocritical fan base on the set piece thing was always Liverpool fans.
The thing is, is with all of a sudden set pieces account though. The difference, what I will say is with not with Rice, because Rice is a midfielder and he's a DM/8, right? But with Saka's the reason why I say about Saka is because for me, Saka's main creative output as an attacker is his set pieces, whereas in general play, his is not that good from in terms of creatively. So that's why I would say Saka, a lot of his I would use it as a criticism. Not that he's good at set pieces, but the fact he's not good at other things else in general play and creatively.
As a defensive player, Roberto Carlos was brilliant. He wasn't great defensively, but Roberto Carlos was fantastic, but he wasn't great defensively. Nor Marcelo. They weren't fantastic defensively. Cafu is more of a balanced fullback than them, AMT.
Dani Alves.
In my opinion. Dani Alves was not as balanced as Cafu.
He was so
Dani
good.
Alves was more offensively, he was better. He didn't have to defend anyway.
Yeah.
Mo, where is the American who said Romero is better than Saliba? He isn't available now. That's well. He isn't available now. It's great that you remember. Maybe I need to bring back the clip.
Who's that?
Maybe I need to bring back the clip.
Yeah, I've never seen this clip.
Who said that? Is that who?
Well, you don't know. There is a clip on my channel that is actually saying that. My man.
Bro, put in a super chat just to say that you can.
I don't know why you put it. This is a complete waste of money. But ultimately, all you basically said was that it's
that might be the. Guys, I need to read the super. Guys, I need to read the super chat. As long as it's not disrespectful, I need to read it. ADHD treatment commonly combines stimulant or non-stimulant medication with behavioral therapies such as parent training, counseling, and school support. That's treatment. See a doctor.
Actually, I'm
gonna say something. This the craziest super chat I've had since I started this channel in 2020.
A man said you need it. So what? ADHD just superpower.
I do not.
I can remember more things than you ever remember. I hope you know that. I can remember results from 10 years ago, and I can remember who scored and stuff like that. Watching my own club play. So
by the way,
I've got
having
a brilliant
ADHD
photographic memory, mate. So I'll never try and.
You know that's
I don't know. Hold on. Stop. Hold on. Why are we saying it? Touchline, do you even have ADHD?
Yeah, I have ADHD. Awesome. You don't have ADHD.
I don't understand what is wrong. My sister has ADHD. Ahmed has ADHD. I
There's
don't know
nothing
what is
wrong
wrong
with
with
it.
having ADHD. I don't
People-
understand. Why are we making
wrong with
people that has HD like, what is wrong with having ADHD? It's all right. There are
Yeah,
doctors with ADHD. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what is the problem with ADHD. I don't know why it's that. Oh, I don't know why, my man. I don't know why you're trying to make it as a diss.
There's
It's
nothing
not.
wrong. There's nothing wrong with having ADHD, but there might be something wrong with spending money to define treatment for ADHD. There might be potentially
Probably.
something wrong with doing that.
What the
I'm
fuck
not
is
gonna lie to you.
But good for that. Anyway, I disagree because people remember.
Who's that?
That
was RC.
Roy Keane. No, not Roy Keane. Roberto Carlos. More people remember Roberto Carlos a lot. Yes,
pretty
older
kid.
generation remember Roberto Carlos. He's fantastic. But listen, thank you everyone for joining us, guys. Just before we leave, Paz the Creator does a lot of shirts, and also Paz is on TikTok and Instagram. Paz the Creator is on TikTok and Instagram. If you guys want great shorts, go and support Paz. Touchline is doing watch-alongs shows. He just did a show with Rom earlier today before the show. So go and check out Touchline. That's with the
there's another one. There's another one.
Big man, respectfully, bruv, please stop typing. You're embarrassing yourself. Like, stop. You're just giving.
Man, I don't understand why.
Bro, what do you mean? I don't.
This
I
is
have.
the
Oh, man,
craziest way to
there's
spend
more,
money.
you know. There's
I've
more,
seen
you know.
back and forth. I've seen back and forth from a panelist to a super chatter, someone in the chat, but I've never seen this. We are talking about ADHD, my man. I don't understand. Like,
That's crazy.
bro, it's actually crazy. Actually crazy. But appreciate the support, but there is no reason for you to send this money for ADHD, bro. This one is Ozil had 19 assists and didn't even make team of the season. Now someone playing once a week is player of the season. Make it make sense. Well, it's a good argument though.
Great argument. It's a great argument.
It's a great argument, to be honest.
Ozil that year was on some things that I've never seen. I've never seen a midfielder do what Ozil did.
So, Paz, what you're saying is Giroud needs to be incarcerated.
Giroud. See Giroud. No, you see Giroud. Giroud. Hold on. You see that year, Ozil would have had 50 assists, bro, if Giroud just had 1 foot working. Just one. He didn't even need just 1 foot that worked. Ozil would have had 50 assists.
The thing is, Giroud's such a I actually think Giroud's a good footballer, but that season has ruined his PR so bad because of how poor it was.
Terrorist. Do you know he scored no goals? I think it was no goals from January to the end of the season.
Nah, he was moving mad. He was going crazy. He was going crazy.
Giroud is number 1 terrorist.
Mo and Touchline would bang. Show would bang. Just me and Touchline. All right. Bang.
I agree. I think it would bang as well.
Big up everyone that joined us. Thank you so much. Nathan's channel is in the description, guys. Go and support Nathan as well. He's up and coming Man City content creator. Go and support Nathan with his channel if you're a Man City fan.
Up and coming Man City fan because he just started the other day as well.
No, allow that.
Make sure you support him on his quest to becoming a real Man City fan. He's just got a couple years left to finish. So if you lot could just help him while he's studying to be a Man City fan, that would be really helpful to him as well. Make sure you check out.
I will see you guys. This will take the football terrace, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Of course, big game tomorrow. Big games tomorrow. Man City come back. Chelsea come back.
Live
Arsenal come back.
for that one as well.
Doing a watch along.
Yeah.
Watch along. Man City. You're not coming back, but fine. I'll see you guys later when I'm here, people.